Hey, Marco, you ready for the totally awesome, coolest show ever?
Pete, all I'm going to say, whoa, the mic's way up there. All I'm going to say, Pete, is make sure you pay your taxes, but apparently you don't have to pay your diamond bill.
Oh, nice.
I have a feeling we're going to get into that really quickly today. Hey, Dan the man, real quickly, I sent you a link. I walked out. I forgot to pay for your portion. So I sent you a link. I'm more than happy to pay for it there. If you have a problem with that, just text me, and later tonight I'll send out a carrier service to pay for you. All right, bud? All right. Let's say hi to the chat. Sorry, a little personal business we got to do today. GTK Comics, hi, thumbs up. Good evening, nerds. Let's get the tax show on the road.
You're getting there.
Oh, thank you. Cheers, cheers. Thank you, Tommy Longbox. Hey, just to let you know, we're not gonna make it as long as we did last week.
No.
So we're gonna slow that down real quickly. Try to do the best we can to get it in a timely manner. Perfect. Also, definitely got some great stuff going on too. Before I say hi to Christina, hey Christina, how are you doing? The double wrench young lady. Hey everyone. Hey. We're going to do a little something fun. Tell me how you guys like it this week. We're going to do a little spectacular on 2 TV shows. We might continue to do this. I don't know what the thumbnail looks like because I didn't like the thumbnail, but whatever. I wasn't making it, so I didn't care. However, it's going to be kind of fun. Throw your own advice in there. Feel free to DM me with any add-ons you want to use, but this should be pretty good. Ed, Wave.
Why didn't you like the thumbnail?
Oh, yeah. Like sorry about that. I didn't give my feedback. I apologize.
What was wrong with this?
What the fuck is that? That is
it's what you wanted to talk about today.
Is that really what it looked like, the thumbnail?
That's what I ended up with.
That is wait, put that back up again. That looks like some bullshit I would have done. You did no, you went from that shit that I was like, dude, get rid of the fucking. Oh my god. Good lord. Pete, what the fuck? Nobody's gonna click on that. All right, well, at least Marv did. Hey Tech fam. Hey Marv. BK, I heard Pete may have gotten caught up in the Costco clash as he has been.
Yeah. Pete was working on other stuff yesterday. Didn't have time to be waiting for feedback.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I unfortunately am not a Costco member because I would love to just be able to fucking drop a couple of elbows on adults and get away with it. You know what I mean? Like those are the situations I love. Like
didn't that happen like a month ago?
I think it's still happening.
It's still happening.
It's still happening. It's all now. They don't even know what they're grabbing. They're grabbing that sparkly sunshine one. And by what I hear, 5151 or whatever. What I hear is the neck. Their poke or not Pokemon. Asmodee or whoever distributes them is already saying that they're going to that it's going to be the same run in the next wave. Well, who does it? Who sends them out? Who distributes them? Isn't it Asmodee?
Yeah, they're part of Asmodee. Isn't that used to be part of Dark Horse or something? That's who does your Star Wars cards.
Yeah, but they do a bunch of other stuff. They don't just do that.
Oh, I was like, Asmodee.
I mean, I think the Pokemon company does stuff, but I don't know if they're the ones that actually are the distributor for it. Whoever the distributor are, went and let local shops know that it's going to be a similar print run to this one, so get ready because they say the next 2 lines are going to be the same way. We'll see. It'll be fun. Maybe I'll just borrow a Costco card.
There's a business center in Southfield. We should go there with me.
What does that mean?
It's like got different stuff. It's like for businesses. I've never been there.
Sweet.
Check it out.
I don't pay for that business bullshit unless it's such a lie, that business thing, because the only thing it's good for is out here the independent gas station and party store owners.
But that's how. Yeah, but I mean, like I have the exec membership. It pays for itself every year. I don't pay for it. I get a check every year.
Oh yeah, fair. I don't know how Costco works.
Yeah, you pay the membership.
I'll be honest with you. I'm a free membership. I'm like some of these YouTubers in welfare. They getting shit free all the time. I get free Sam's Club memberships, dude. You don't know me.
No.
All right. No. Pokemon. Pokemon. Yeah. Dan, quit screwing around. Yeah. Sorry, I sent you the link, Dan. Hopefully you got it. If you didn't, I'll take care of it after show. It's my fault. Yes, it is. That means Pete was KO'd at a Costco. Just like Wayseeker did get knocked out. I think he's suspended again. Yes, tax season is soon. Yeah. Pay your taxes. And if you don't, can't help you. All right, let's get in. Do you want to get into the news? Does anybody else have anything?
So I have a question.
Sure.
Like, is like this BK, like this whole Costco weight seeker at Costco? I saw a little bit of the stream from Sunday, and I was like, Pizza. It's like, did you like Rennavision fan fiction? Is that what he's doing? Like, I mean,
I don't know what happened with him and Wayseeker, but they are in a. Listen, my beef with BK is not 100% done, but the lawsuit has stopped, so we will be using his shit again. And I think we have to kind of figure out how far we want to push it. I took the shit to my lawyer already. Shout out Kramer. He has told us it's frivolous. I said, yes, I know it's written in crayon. He laughed at me, told me I'm an idiot and should stop doing stuff on the internet because it's a waste of time and money. I said, yes, but I love to annoy people. So at that point, I don't think it's really BK. I think he's just looking for attention. So I'm okay with that.
Okay.
However, him and Wayseeker, I don't know what's going on with those two guys, but it's kind of like him, Wayseeker, going at it, going back and forth, like really hard digs at one another. There's a couple low blows, I might have to say. I tried to referee that type of stuff, just like I try it with Wayseeker and Dom and everything else. And
Yeah,
I don't know, man. It is really getting bad. It's getting a little hostile. Wayseeker has said something, so I can't remember what. We did put down a suspension, and I think it's for this week. I think he's suspended again this week. He'd been suspended once before because he takes it a little bit too far. With that being said, I mean, BK is not without blame. You know what I mean? He isn't without blame. He supposedly is an adult. I mean, I know he still lives at his mom's house, but like he's supposedly adult. And sometimes
he just legally adult, like people are legal adults when they're 18.
Well, so that was part of the lawsuit thing too. We actually don't know if he is part of a guardianship. So we're not like that was part of like the back and forth of like why I'm going a little lenient on BK. Because right now, they said some things, they looked some things up, and they said maybe, I'm just saying maybe, the word guardianship was put out there. So I don't know, but I figured, hey.
Yeah, well, Wayseeker's just that wild man out there, that real wild card. You can't control him.
Right. So. Well, you say that, but Wayseeker is sneaky. He sits there and then
Wayseeker's a master.
Yeah, he sits there and acts like, oh, everything's great, and then he stabs below the belt. He'll just poke you right in the penis. Like, that's what he does. He's one of those dudes where you're... He's one of those dudes when you're like, when you're lining up to everybody get dressed up, and when you're like your guys when your friends were getting married at one point. We have friends that got married. I know BK probably doesn't. This can't relate to some people here on the YouTubes. But when your friends got married, you usually would have to stand up there and somebody would fix the ties or whatever. Wayseeker's a friend that would act like he's fixing your tie and then just nut check you right as the bride was walking down the aisle. That's who Wayseeker is. So, yeah, there you go. No Diddy.
And really quick, Dan the Man, the Costco thing, there's a few videos going around where like there's allegedly grown adults. You have to be an adult usually to get into Costco unless they're with your mom. But they're fighting over pallets of Pokemon cards, I believe it is, and then they just knocking each other over, pushing, shoving. Like the store opens, everybody runs this, and they can't even get the stuff off the pallet. They're gonna put it on where it's supposed to go. People are like getting it off the pallet as it's moving.
Can I tell you the best one I saw? Can I tell you the best one I saw?
Yeah.
So they were like, hey, listen, they're trying to make sure that everybody's just running through the aisle. So they put it towards the end. They're like, okay, all it is a straight shot here. You don't have to take any turns or anything. No pushing, no running. This guy started. So he's trying to do it. They're trying to speed walk. And all of a sudden he turns around and he drops two TVs into the middle of the aisle. Two of these big flat screen, like 70 years. He drops the boxes like whoop, and it sluds out the thing. And people are like, what the hell? Yeah, dude. And then it's awesome because then one dude comes jumping in. It's amazing to watch.
Wait, what do you mean he dropped them?
I don't know how he did it, but they're on the pallet and he like dominoes. Motherfuckers, what's happening?
They didn't break them. He just kind of
they were in the box probably.
They're in the box, so he just kind of slid the box down, like kind of. Some people couldn't.
So he's playing Mario Kart. Don't
yeah. He's playing Mario Kart. Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's just amazing. Jeffrey, what's going on? I always hear poke your mom. I hear that one too. Recap the Costco story. BK land of make believe. Yep. I think it's actually a closet, not a basement. BK is Dom's protector. Oh boy, yeah. Costco going, you're banned from all. Okay, yeah, right. Artrell, what's up? Sometimes you just have to let family fight. I guess you do. You're right. You're right. Wasting your nose karate. Did he really? There was some "I might be your dad" comments being thrown back and forth. I think that was a little bit over the line. I can deal with all of it except for yeah. Anyways, all right, let's get into our show instead of the other show we do here. So,
yeah. Do we want to do our reminder for next week now or save it for later?
oh, next week we're gonna be starting an hour earlier.
Oh, yeah,
We have a
let's
special
do it.
guest. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yeah, that's what I was going to kind of get at. I mean, we can do it again later, but yeah, next
We could
week.
probably mention it a few times.
Somebody reached out to us, and we
were just
said-
trying to make things work.
we said
We got some
okay.
time difference to deal with, so to make things work, we're
We're
going to
surprised. We're gonna surprise them, Dub. We're gonna surprise them. And we said, hey, maybe we can do something. And the person said, cool. There's a little bit of a time issue though. Have to put the kids to bed. We said fine. And then he said, okay. And then it took us about a couple more weeks to get stuff organized. And yeah.
I'm not gonna try to overhype it or anything, but I think it's kind of a big deal. Like, this is pretty fantastic that we're getting a guest. Yeah, like this is a really
we've
cool
had
guest.
some before.
Yeah,
We just
I'm
had Mark on
excited.
last week. He reached out to us, and I have a buddy.
I
have a buddy who asked to be back on, and I keep forgetting to reach out to him.
Yeah,
but-
boy.
Mhm.
Yeah. This is why you guys don't like me, isn't it, sure, Dub? Anyways, all right. It's not Todd McFarlane. Well, hey, listen, I can't always please everybody. I think I made Todd McFarlane mad at me, so I don't know if that's it.
Yeah.
Huh? All right.
Oh,
let's
All
start.
right. All right, we
Let's
want to
start
do the
the
news?
This
We'll start
background
it.
sucks, Pete. Please change the background.
I will. It's going to go to the news.
All right, here we go. Talking about some news. We have some kind of a returning or just ongoing story. This is like we talked about this last week, and we got to talk about it again because now Diamond
Not for an hour, though.
Not for an hour.
No.
We're not going to deep dive into this, but we're just going to talk about that Diamond is delaying a bunch of their Penguin Random House stuff. And even some of their own stuff, like the previews catalog is not going to come out this week, and they pushed it back. It's next week's stuff, and it's going to be pushed back until February 5th.
Ooh.
So there's going to be a whole week, basically a week delay on a lot of. There's a huge list of stuff. I was going to try to put it on here, but there's too many things to be able to talk about.
So here we go. I did the research. I called up a bunch of friends. Oh boy, it's
Wait.
looking good.
Before you get into this, just to make sure.
Go ahead.
Names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Okay,
whatever
so
he
I
said.
called one of my buddies, Billy Bob, and I was like, "Hey, Billy Bob, how's this affecting you?" And Billy Bob, who owns a couple LCSs, has been like, even with all the stuff, was still Diamond's it for me. I'm a Diamond dude. I've been doing Diamond, and he said, and I quote, "I have canceled all my upcoming orders.
Yeah, can you believe it?
I won't do anything." Yeah, I believe it or not. He said, he also said that's not just him. There's a large amount of LCS owners who decide to all, after this news, cancel all their coming up orders. Anyways, the average, just not after this, was their tracking is Thursday and Friday, not just for this package, but for the foreseeable future, which is 2 days late on anything. Not to mention some other lines dropped off and they weren't notified. So then when they tried to resubscribe with the new distributor that was going to take stuff, the FOC had already passed. So they weren't getting that. Also, too, Luna's giving them, looks like anywhere from a 2 to 5% discount on ordering to go their way. And depending on how you do their ordering, free shipping, which equates to roughly about, anywhere from 2K plus. So that's a saving. On the other hand, Penguin's just giving them flat out free shipping at 55%. So they're getting like 7 extra points on the front end.
2 to 5% doesn't sound like a lot, but considering for most shops, that's all profit. So an
Yeah, it's all profit.
5% of profit, it is a bigger deal.
Yeah, so now it's going to go for between 2 and 5% of profit what they're already making off of it. Plus, they're getting free shipping now, which is a big.
So this is you're talking about comic shops that are ordering from Lunar now instead of ordering from Diamond.
So Lunar had a what did he refer to it as? This is somebody else who referred to it.
Yeah, pallet shipping ain't cheap, you know. Like
No, it's not. I think it was something like a plateau. There's a plateau for free shipping with Lunar, and they weren't really telling all the stores about it, and now they've kind of come out to tell a lot of stores, especially with like them picking up some of the independent stuff. The plateau is a lot lower, so I'm not going to tell you the average number that these guys were saying that they're going to save overall, but I will tell you it's enough. It's enough to do it. Oh wow, that's a lot on a weekly invoice. Holy shit, they were spending a lot on fucking shipping. But yeah, so overall that looks good. But then it got into some other details from a couple other LCS owners, like Diamond, before they decided to go bankrupt, was trying to give people advantages. So they started giving these 90-day deals out to people, net 90s, where they didn't have to pay for net 90s. And now those people are talking about not paying Diamond back because they're canceling all their other shipments because they're like, yo, so that stuff Diamond's already ordered. Select, obviously, you know, Diamond Select is going on the chopping block. They're trying to sell that to try to pay for all the money that they're losing on the net 90s. This is actually the worst case scenario you could have gotten. Last week, when we were talking about warehouses, that's as far as it could have gone. That's fine. Even with some of the cuts, like the non-ordering from, cutting the order from the LCS is okay. But since they decide to give people 90 days and the terms are even further than that, and these people are just going to not pay their bill, all those money is like the $9 million. That's where that money for like Lunar and everything else is. They've already given those books out, most of them, to LCS owners on 90-day terms. And when they go to collect, people are going to claim that they don't have the money. And when they do that, Diamond's not going to make that back up. And that may very well be the end of Diamond. That may very well be it. So,
well, it ain't pretty, especially when they do they got the wimpy version of payment for their books. Like, oh yeah, sure, pay me Tuesday for your comic books today. Like, well,
it's one
Tuesday
thing
may never come.
It's one thing if they. It's one thing if they were. It's one thing if they were doing 90 days out, right, from the publisher, and then they were giving terms for 30 to 60. But because they got in a position where they started having to offer 90-day, of course, not everybody, of course, a lot of people took that, and a lot of people over-ordered on it, and now they have the books. And they're saying, well, if you go bankrupt, then you go bankrupt. I mean, like, so they're going to try to, I'm not saying everybody, but there is a chunk of people who are talking about defaulting on their payments. And if they default on their payments, that means Diamond has to default on those payments. And considering Luna's already gone,
I don't think they can cover it.
They can't cover it. They're not going to be able to cover it. Yeah. So hopefully people do the right thing
about that too. And he was saying, like, Lunar apparently don't play. Like, Lunar is like, no. Today.
Lunar depends. Lunar will give you terms. I know a couple of people who actually pay when they get, like, when the product goes in. So they will pay already. And then after that, they will get a credit. So actually, I have one friend who they've called and said, please don't, you have a $790 credit in your account. Stop paying us. Please don't pay us. You have the 30 day. You've been paying too far in advance that every time we have to then take the money out and then give you a credit. So you're up to $790 on your crediting. Plus, I think some of that was because of the shipping thing, because they didn't come out with the true plateau number for shipping. So you would see that some of it fold over. So that probably was. I mean, to think about that's probably.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just different. He was like Diamond, as he was explaining it to me. He's like, Diamond like will float you for a while. He's like, Penguin, it's like a once a month thing. And
like, once a month, 30 days.
What's the number? He's like, and then I'll write you a check. Like, you just tell me the number at the end of the month, and then I'll write you a check.
Yeah.
Like, Lunar, he's like, I think Lunar, he was showing me like it was like it's due, and he's like the 22nd. I'm like, the 22nd is today.
Yeah, so they give you a month
today for today's books.
Well,
Like,
no,
they
it's all
want
month.
you to
No. It's all, well, I don't
no,
want to
his
talk about it.
invoice was for he was like absolute Wonder Woman third print. I'm like,
Oh.
yeah, that's today. He's like, yeah, they want to
Yeah.
be paid today for today's books.
Well, I mean, people have got different. Obviously,
yeah, I
people
mean,
have
he got different
deals.
different deals, but that's why he was still working a lot with Diamond. But no, well,
Yeah, they might.
maybe not
Midtown
going forward.
might. We'll see what's going to happen. Horn, who lends him? Wait, Marco only has Horn, who lends him 90% of the comics you see. Yeah, right. I try to sell this to him. Yeah, I mean that, but the whole distribution, like, I mean, and then here's the other thing: every place, and this is most of the guys that are canceling through Diamond. If you're on the East Coast and you're in the Midwest, it's not just February 5th. Like, it looks like further on, you're going to be getting moved to Fridays. That's when you're going to get your shipment on. And between the canceling, I mean, there's some. I don't look, man. If you can pay the bill, right? Now, is there a legitimate complaint that, like, wait a minute, Diamond, you guys want to have a National Wednesday as Comic Book Day, and that's how we set it up. You guys did this, and now all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm not getting you books to Friday. Yeah. But when some of these guys, even the most loyal guys I was talking to that were Diamond, were hearing about how they're going to be able to get free shipping, and that it wasn't just the shrimping, free shipping, but it wasn't just that. It wasn't just the percentage they're going to get. The moment they found out, like, hey, wait, we've been having books canceled on us, and we don't know, because some of these guys with bigger shops or multiple shops, they're not going through like, hey, oops, this bounced back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not standing, you don't have an employee hovering over there to see which books bounce back, on a Friday. You know what I mean?
Well, that's it. It kills the FOMO cycle too. If you gotta wait, books ain't there. People are gonna think, one, they might think they're sold out when they're not.
Yeah.
And then create a false, oh no, shortages, and people get all panicky, and no, they're just coming later.
Not a lending library. That's funny. What's up, Horn? Hey, what's going on? Here's the thing with it. Isn't that TMNT cool guy? I don't know. Anyways, the part that sucks though is them getting their stuff I mean, that's why I think most of them are leaving. Some of them are just leaving because they're taking advantage, and they're like, hey, dude, hypothetically, they cannot pay the net 90 they owe. I would suggest just be a decent human being and do it. But, not everybody's built the same. So, but yeah, I mean, I think if it continues like that, I just don't see them getting out now, because the guys who are going to leave, the good paying LCSs that are now leaving, which, let me tell you, there's a large amount that are leaving. There is a large amount that are leaving, at least for the next month, right? I will tell you that I don't think, and I've heard from them, and some of them who are willing to admit it, said, no matter what Diamond can do to get us back. And they have these big LCS groups that they're in, and that's kind of them talking back and forth. So if they're talking to each other that way, that's usually, and these are the guys that were like the hardliners, you know what I mean? The guys that were like, dude, Diamond live or die. And now Diamond has a bunch of small people that do small level order forming from them and stuff like that, right? Like real low level or like smaller.
You're not going to stay in business that way.
But you can't stay business off those people. You just can't stay business off of it. So, like, I'm sorry to say, like, I know I've made fun of it sometimes, but it looks like this one's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you consider the way this hobby and this market is built, is everybody's getting a cut of a cut of a cut of a cut of a cut.
Yeah.
So that $4.99 gets cut up a lot.
Well, it's also then on
it down the line.
It's on a loan 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 now, and that's the problem. I mean, that's always been the problem in this business. Like double tell you too, even about like even at some comic book sellers or resellers, like that. You see them. Some of the people who have the newest product don't have a dollar to their name because they've had to borrow money from other people. So, like, I mean, they're selling for somebody else there. Yeah, who fronted them money, which is crazy, but that's just how the comic book industry has always been. And it's
not even just that; it's just the nature of the hobby. Like your ordering has to change month to month, and what you can sell and choosing and picking right more often than not will make or break you. So.
For sure, the Bubba Gump will.
Yeah. Anyways, they can break you because, like, if you didn't order enough of whatever, like so many weeks ago, and all of a sudden this book's hot, then people are calling you all day looking for
people get pissed. No, I'm not going back there. They never have anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I would just be very worried too about like Diamond picked up. Well,
you also got to worry about the reverse, and you order heavy on a book just so you can qualify for some high ratio incentive, and all of a sudden nobody's coming in to get the regular copies. It's like, oh yeah, you got the 1 in 100, but what do you do with 100 copies of X-Men this month? You don't have 100, 100 subscribers with the pull, on their pull list.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you this: between what Penguin's done to Diamond, which was kind of just like big boy shoes, and like I get it, but what Lunar did to Loomer did to Diamond is, that's. I mean, it stinks, flat out stinks. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. And some of the problems too was, we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that.
Yeah, don't get in the warehouses. You're going to upset Dub.
No, not warehouses. There's something else. There's another deal that went there. There's some stuff that,
some stuff.
I don't want to get into it.
We can
I don't want to kick dirt on a dead dog.
Get to it.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
I'm assuming this is a story that's not going to probably just die today.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll tell you this: the death toll is this week. Like this, it's done. Like because how much do you get for Diamond Select?
I don't know. Who wants to buy it?
That's what I'm saying. Who you?
They've got some licenses with it. It's all the licenses.
I mean, with the licenses, it could make sense for someone like maybe like Todd wants to buy it, or maybe Hasbro wants to pick it up. Who knows? It depends on what comes with it.
But Hasbro already has a lot of the same licensing.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, but maybe they want to just have them all to make sure they don't have to worry about competition.
Well, why would you just let it die?
Because you're worried somebody will scoop it up on the cheap.
This is another problem that you do have to worry about, because when Diamond dies, the smaller LC Penguin isn't great for small LCSs, like because of how small the order forms are. But you know what? It's really going to hurt. I don't know if it's going to hurt LCSs as much. You know who it's probably going to hurt is internet people. Those internet guys are on eBay that sell like. What do you mean?
I think it'll hurt LCSs a bit more than internet people who don't have to worry about paying employees or store. Or
no, but I'm not talking about internet. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the guys that do like, they try to sell like the lower level sellers for the internet that sell weekly stuff. Try to buy like 10. The ones that were like
they try to gamble and say, I'm going to buy 10 of the hot book this week, and I'm going to sell them all for $20 a piece.
No,
I'm going to buy all the Marvel Rival variants.
Yep, he's all right, but no, BK, I really do feel bad for him. I feel bad because he did put a lot of work into this. I'll be honest about that. But what I'm saying is like there are a lot of guys out there that are hustling with selling. Yeah. I don't want to give the number out, but a month, let's say they're selling 2,000 books, which seems like a lot for a month. You know what I mean? On the internet, and that's just paying and getting them 1 in 100s or getting them exclusive they can get here or there, and then they're turning that over for a little bit more money and becoming a little bit profitable. And it keeps the lights on, does stuff like that. Like those guys are done. Like you're done. Like because you can't go anyplace. Like that's the people that were going to Diamond. That's the small people that are going to Diamond. I mean, they're done.
You could. What was the minimum at Diamond?
It depends. It depends on if you want.
Wasn't it like $400 or something, like a month?
Yeah.
Or minimum.
Yeah,
order?
it's a month. I think a month it was $600, something like that. $400.
I remember when it was $4 because I remember contemplating it for myself. I was like, "What the hell do I buy every month?" And I'm like, "Does it make sense for me?" And I was like, "I'm not quite at $400 a month."
Yeah, I mean, it just.
I was like at 3, so I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm spending like $300 a month on.
Or maybe it's if you get up to 600, you got free shipping on it or something. I can't remember. But it's like I'm saying, there's a lot of guys out there that were doing that. You know what I mean? 1,000 books. I mean,
I know. Yeah.
That's a couple 1 in 100s they're taking a gamble on. They're selling those out, getting their profit. They're making a couple $1,000s here. I mean, if you're at Diamond, you know what I mean, and it's. You're getting like, that's not
like you said,
35% discount.
You're buying enough to get a 1 in 100 Marvel book. You're spending at least $250 a book. You're spending at least $200 to $300 just on that book alone for that month.
Yeah,
You get your 1 in 100.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna
and 1 in 50 and 1 in whatever the hell, and all the.
But even that's not even the small side. I mean, like we're talking guys.
I know.
If you're making like
for example, I'm just
10,000 off of it, you're not like that's $10,000 that you're bringing home. Hey, look, man, that's a lot of strip club money. So, hey, bar lord. Anyways, Midtown.
All right, let's move on. We can come back and read this a little bit. Let's talk about the box office this last weekend. So this one's a little tricky one. Any guesses on what it is?
Moana?
No.
Moana. Interesting guess, yeah.
I don't know. My kid just went and saw it.
Shit, I don't even know if there's anything new.
There was something new.
I don't know.
That's not what made the top of the list. So
Goonies 40th anniversary.
Mufasa went back and took the top spot. Last week it was a Den of Thieves, part 2. It didn't hold up very well. Yeah, it's called Den of Thieves Pantera, apparently. But Mufasa went back to the top spot this week. That one's been up and down. It added another almost 4 million on Monday. This only includes the weekend for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but this was a holiday weekend, so there are numbers that include the Monday. But if you count that weekend number or the Monday number, the Mufasa actually took in 15.5.
When the kids were asked whether they want to go see a movie with Grandpa, this one or Moana, they chose Moana too.
My son wanted to see this, but
can I ask you a question?
My wife and I were like, "Nah, we don't want to see Mufasa."
Barlord asks us, we're talking about Xena Warrior Princess, right?
Yeah, Lucy Lawless, she's out there doing stuff.
Yeah, that's Xena.
She has a new documentary out in the movie theaters.
Maybe.
I don't know.
What did she do? I don't want to be that disrespectful, but I'm about to. What else did she do besides Xena Warrior Tit Princess?
She was in
That was in
Battlestar Galactica, I remember. She was in that remake of that.
Oh, really?
Was she in that?
Yeah, she was in there.
Oh, all right.
She was in like a Ash and Evil Dead movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, the show. She was on the show on Stars. I mean, she might have been in the movie too. But when Stars brought back Ash versus the Evil Dead for a few seasons, that's right. She came back.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. She was in that.
That was a great show, by the way.
That I didn't see it. I know she was in I know she was in Parks and Rec, but I think cameo.
I didn't watch Parks and Rec. It's on my to-do list.
Yeah, it's on my list as well. I haven't seen it. I just know.
Wait, she was in Parks and Rec?
I think she made a cameo.
Oh, I meant like major acting roles.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else she did.
Oh,
not like Wonder Woman and Super Troopers.
That's what she looks like now. I wouldn't have thought that.
I'm assuming whatever you're looking at, that the answer is yes. But
yes,
yeah. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're talking about Mufasa.
Yeah.
I don't know what. None of these movies. Lucy Lawless was not in any of these movies. Wolfman didn't do so hot. Only 10.9 million.
One of them days did all right. That's like one of those like a
just one
girl trip type of movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it a TLC song?
No,
but it
is kind of like it's like a girl movie.
Just
like
one of them days.
Hijinks are trying to pay the rent. It looked kind of funny, but I'm not.
Oh, was that the one where they're like, "Oh, we owe money, we have to get it back"?
Yeah, we got to pay the rent for this month because her boyfriend bought T-shirts or some dumb shit.
Yeah.
It looked funny, but it's not a theater movie. Like I can watch that at home and I'll laugh.
Okay.
So talking about, you see Sonic is on that list.
She wasn't Spartacus. BK's right. She was in
Spartacus. Oh, that's right. She wasn't Spartacus.
She was. Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
All of her was in Spartacus.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yeah, Spartacus. Didn't the guy die in Spartacus and they had to get second Spartacus?
Yeah. Dude got cancer, I think.
So Sonic 3, which is still in the theaters, has now set a date for March 19th, 2027.
Why does it say Sonic 4?
Because Sonic 4, they've announced Sonic 4 is coming out.
Oh.
Will be out on March 19th, 2027.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
The date
Sonic
for the next
3,
one.
He got me confused with what he's saying.
Yeah, 218 million domestically, 422 globally. So obviously Sonic 4 is in the works, and it's already got a date.
It was a good fucking movie, bro. It was a good fucking movie.
It's also the highest number for global. Like it beat 1 and 2.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, it's still it was good.
Way more
Man.
money.
So more Sonic is definitely on the
Next
way.
Sonic's gonna kill it. By the way,
I still got to see this one though.
just because of who's showing up. Next
We
Sonic.
were supposed to go on Monday, but then my son decided he wanted to go outside and play with his friends in the snow because it snowed our way. So,
yeah.
So I was like, all right, go ahead, go play.
Does it snow a lot where you are, Pete?
A couple inches.
Yeah.
It's just it's been cold as shit. Like it's in the single digits.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, bro, yeah, it's freeze your fucking dingleberries out here, dude. It's
I can. Well, that's what I mean. You guys, I expect you to tell me things like it's 7. Like it don't get like that near me all that often.
Oh, it wasn't 7. No, it was like 0 and -7 chill factor. Like
yeah, exactly.
that's when it's cold for us. Like the kids didn't go to ski this week because it was at noon. It was 0 with a -7 chill factor. It's like, yo, we ain't going to the hill.
It's warming up today. It's almost at 14. So
it was 12. But
yeah, I literally had to use my ice scraper to
12.
chisel out my gas tank so that I could get gas put in my car because it was frozen shut.
Well, that's why you should buy a house with a garage, and then you can put your car in your garage and you'll have those problems.
Even if we do have a garage for one, but it's full of comic books and other shit. But it's only a
garage,
1.5 car garage, so my wife would get it, even if
fair. That's good of you. That's good of you. Yeah, I mean the cold stuff just sucks. It just sucks. But did you know this? That if you don't really have to warm your car up for more than 10 seconds for the actual engine.
I don't.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, once the engine gets going, you can go.
Did it beat Mufasa? Did it beat this? I
think Mufasa has taken the lead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No. Well,
I think overall, I think Sonic is a.
Yeah, I think Sonic's still killing. I listen. Sonic really is good, dude. It was really good. I just don't know. Like, I still don't know. I mean, I know it's a very
the article I read about this also spoiled the cameos that show up at the end. Well, I mean, I kind of guessed it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, when this for the age group of 6-year-olds, between 6-year-olds and 10-year-olds, which is the age group that I get a lot of influence because that's where the friend groups are and everything else. Nobody was talking about going to Lion King 2. Everybody, boy and girl, were like, boom, Sonic. Can the kids come to Sonic? Can these kids get, like, every friend group and ask the kids to go see Sonic? So out of that, maybe I was just thinking more. I mean, maybe I just don't know. And to this day, I still don't know anybody who went and saw Mufasa. I just don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that they didn't, but usually, like, how that goes when you have kids is like, people are like, oh, we're good, especially with cold days like this, like, we're gonna go see that. They went to Sky Zone to jump around instead. Fair enough.
Yeah, I have a niece in that range, and she definitely would choose Sonic over Mufasa.
Yeah.
So I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, the kids had the opportunity. They saw Mufasa, and they saw the trailer for Mufasa, and they saw the trailers for Moana 2, and they said either Sonic again or Moana 2. So I don't know. Once again, I don't know. Everybody that I know who has kids are like, yeah, our kids don't want to see.
My son still wants to see them all, so it didn't matter. He just wants.
Yeah, I mean, there's those kids that want to see everything because they just like.
My son just wanted to see everything, and then he decided again. He said, "Fuck that! I'm going to go outside and play."
I don't know. Maybe it's just a Michigan thing. I guess I don't know. Hey, Timbo Toys.
Timbo. All right. So we finally have confirmation that.
Oh Jesus, that's right.
Toxic Avenger, which had its premiere in 2023. Is going to get a release in 2025. Whatever the holdup was has been now worked out.
They said it was unreleasable.
Yeah, well, it's
they
gonna
said
be
the movie was
unreleasable.
But I like that. Like, this is, I think, what me and Mark were talking about the other day, right? We just got to find the right spot for these movies. They're not terrible. Like, they're, they might have said. Do you remember what's the one where it had one of the Arquettes and she stabs the guy in the foot? Giovanni, the guy who played fucking Tony Soprano.
True Romance.
It has Christian Slater in it.
Yeah, True Romance.
True Romance. When that first came out, go back in the time machines. They were not wanting to hit theaters. They were saying this is like the reviews were. This is trash. You can't watch it.
Tarantino.
Old star. Yeah, they were saying it was garbage.
He wrote it.
They were saying it was garbage. They were saying it was garbage. That it was trash. I mean, that's what the reviews were. I must have seen that movie like 20 times in the theater. I thought it was
that movie.
the wildest shit.
You want me to go grab my "You're So Cool" T-shirt? I don't think I fit it anymore, but I do got it.
But what I'm saying is, like, at a point in time, like, it wasn't in every theater, right?
Like True Romance. I went to the goddamn convention out in L.A. They actually had a convention out in L.A.
Okay, I thought we said we were going to stop drinking a little bit so we could get through stories that actually have some.
Well, you start talking about True Romance. I got to talk about the time I met.
No, but by the time they had that was just for all the posers. What I'm saying is, when it came out, it wasn't in every theater because they thought it was going to do so poorly. But there was a time and a place for those type of things. Toxic Avengers. No offense, it sounds like a shit ass movie, but there's a time and a place and a fan base for that, and it might become a cult classic if you do it properly. I don't think we need to see it at every theater. Just do it do it at United Artists. Like United Artists, my wife told my father-in-law not to take the kids to United Artists. I was like, what's wrong with United Artists? It's cheap. The seats don't go back all the way. Find those places, play these theaters.
You stick to the floor when you go in there.
Yeah, you kind of do actually. Yeah, Regal, go send them to Regals. Just have them play at Regals. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with Regals. I have a problem with United Artists. But have them play at those places. They're a little bit cheaper.
All I'm saying is this image is not instilling a lot of confidence in me that this is entertaining.
Is that supposed to be the Toxic Avenger?
I think.
Well, first off, they're having Elijah Wood play it.
It's Elijah Wood is in the movie. It's Peter Dinklage.
Oh, they're having a short person play him.
Yes.
Well, I will tell you this about Peter Dinklage. Train station, phenomenal.
No. Station agent.
Oh, station agent, yes.
Yes.
Station agent, phenomenal.
And I'm not going to argue with you. You are right.
Everything I've ever seen him do, I don't know how many times I've actually watched Station Agent where they're just sitting out there. He's talking about the train, like the whole fucking thing. And the guy's like, hey, you want to hang out tomorrow again? Dude, I don't know why. The movie sucks, but it's awesome. He's awesome. He's so good at it. And the movie, it's literally Clerks about an abandoned train station that he inherits from his dad, who I don't think we ever see, which was always the question. Was
no, you never.
Do they say it? Because I think they have a conversation, but it's literally him just bumming around the whole time. And
you got you got Bobby Cannavale. Is that his name?
Yes, maybe. Is that the
Italian
guy?
Yeah, the guy who's running the little food truck.
Hey, you gonna be back tomorrow? Okay, I'll see you here tomorrow. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's just amazing. He is an absolute. So, I mean, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna watch it, but it's a firm paper.
Let's just say this.
I drink and I know things.
He was very good in that too.
So
I start to rewatch. I actually want to do watch
perfect Tyrion.
I want to do
perfect.
Hey, everybody here that's watching this, watch. What the last episode was 2 parts, right? I'll text in the thing to see where I'm at. Rewatch it because I did in the chat, so we could do a watch back. We need to review one of the final episodes of the final seasons of that.
Yeah, they weren't good.
It's not good.
I know it's not good.
Watch it.
I said it then.
Oh my god!
I haven't rewatched it since it first aired.
Yeah, I have no interest in it.
I don't plan on it.
Holy crap! I didn't realize how bad.
They shit the bed and wrapping that show
dragon going back and forth like a lawnmower, just mowing down the city with.
Well, not even just that. I think the writing. I think they really hated that he didn't finish the story, so they kind of just were like, "Fuck you" to him.
Oh well, I mean, they didn't care.
Yeah, Tiger actually got good reviews at the film.
Yeah,
festival,
it did.
really.
So that's what I was going to say. Like when it had that, it was the film festival in Houston, I believe. It got a bunch of.
But wasn't that similar with? Wasn't that similar with? That's why I was bringing up True Romance because it said it was over glorified violence.
Yeah, but this is a horror, gory kind of movie. So this is different.
Oh, all right.
Audience has a built-in audience.
True Romance had Gary Oldman as a pimp. That was just...
This might be the pile of burning trash, dude.
Yeah.
So there we go.
He must have thought it was White Boy Day.
Yeah.
It ain't White Boy Day, is it?
We're practically related.
Nah, man, it ain't White Boy Day. See, I met that guy too.
The Sicilian speech.
No, the other guy, his buddy, who also sang in Coming to America. She's your queen. That guy. Paul Jones.
Also, Brad Pitt smoking out of a honey bear.
Floyd.
Oh yeah.
But no,
get some toilet paper.
Hey, so am I telling the truth? Tell me, am I telling the truth?
Yeah, am I lying?
I don't know if you could get away with that fucking speech.
No, you can't do that.
No way. There's no way.
Anyways, all right, let's go.
Anyway, so Cineverse is the company, and allegedly this movie is going to be released unrated when it comes out to theaters. So limited release, I'm sure it will be, or something like that.
And pervs, that doesn't always mean boobies.
Right. It doesn't.
Huh?
All right.
Unrated. When you see unrated, doesn't always mean you're. Ooh.
Oh yeah. All right, what else we got?
Last week we got like the day after we had our show last week, we learned that David Lynch passed away. He was 78 years old. He like had some amazing movies, TV shows, and he just I mean, he was diagnosed with emphysema a few years back, and we talked like last year he stopped leaving his house because he was afraid of getting sick. And then finally I'll cut up
a chimney for forever.
Yeah, and so many pictures you see of him was of him with a cigarette in his hand. So he made his choice. It happens, you know. So R.I.P. and thanks for all the thanks for all the fish. No, thanks for all the contributions he made to us.
No, I was a big David Lynch fan too. My buddy's like way beyond me, but I mean, we went up to New York to go see a screening of I don't know, one of his movies up there. My buddy even talked me into going to one of his transcendental meditation talks in Philly.
Where he was chain smoking in it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Philly. That makes sense.
I think we were at Penn, and he was just giving like a speech, but it was just Lynch. He was like, "All right, we'll go see Lynch, and then we'll hit the bars after."
Okay.
So I was like, "Wait, I'm in."
That's an option.
All right. So Ocean's 14 is looking at a guy named David Leitch.
Wait, what? Ocean's what?
Ocean's 14.
Why?
Okay, why not?
So there was an 11, 12, 13, and now we're talking number 14.
I'll watch all three anytime.
Yeah.
Really?
I will. I'll watch. I don't give a shit. I'll watch any. Well, 12.
Yeah.
You must not give a shit because they ain't good.
I didn't say they were. They're entertaining to me.
Slow down. I'm not sure that's a true statement.
Yeah.
11's okay. I mean, it's campy like the original was.
Yeah.
No, the original is a piece of shit.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the original is slow, boring. It's the original.
That's how you drink.
No, the original's awful. I mean, I want to allow it and be like, oh yeah, well yeah, Sinatra,
I guess.
I love all those guys, but they were just hanging out making a movie. And they didn't make a good movie.
It's the same fucking movie.
I at least laughed at Ocean's 11.
It was
the remake Ocean's 11. The original Ocean's 11.
It's the same fucking movie, Pete. Same fucking movie.
Well,
wait. I'm sorry. There was no way eating shrimp in every fucking scene. So different movie, but okay.
So David Leitch worked with Brad Pitt on Bullet Train, so they have a little bit of a connection. There was some other directors that were being discussed, but Clooney and Pitt are in it. Allegedly,
Soderbergh, I guess it's just I'm done. I've had enough.
Yeah, everybody else. Matt Damon might. I don't know what he's going to do. And thank you, Cosmic One. Yep, thanks for catching that. I appreciate it. Yeah. So this, for those of you that want to see it,
what did you do with Hitchhiker's quote? I missed it.
Did you? I think he just said fish on accident. I thought
it was not an accident.
Yeah, I think you fucking did. All right.
Yeah. Well,
thanks for all the
fish. One knows. That's what I said.
Thanks for all the fish.
That's exactly what I said.
Did you? I didn't hear you say that. I just heard you say fish. I was like, what's he talking about fish for?
Over him. We were probably arguing over dumb shit.
And he said fish. I was like, what the fuck's he saying fish for?
Suicide Squad, the movie, is not canon.
What?
So according to James Gunn, it's kind of canon. Only Creature Commandos is pure canon. Suicide Squad has lots of consistencies, but it's an imperfect memory. So this is, where's that? What do you have that?
Creature Commando 4. Yeah, that's what that is.
This is James Gunn. This is a bunch of this because it's kind of canon, but it's not really canon. And I'm like, I don't even care.
Not to mention, isn't that what? Wait, that's what got him fucking
the DC job.
Yeah, not only that, but also got the character
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. That's what got him Peacemaker.
Well, he did Peacemaker in this. That's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. That's what got Peacemaker. Like that's what got him the show Peacemaker from this.
But it was all before he got the job, so it's not official. He wasn't thinking of.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Combined universe, I'm guessing. Dude, so yeah.
Hey, you know the only thing he better not fucking play with Dave Filoni and fuck the whole DC.
Well, I don't understand why. Like, what are they going to try to backtrack out of this?
Nothing. You can just let it go.
That's what I mean, because they already went to the weird ass Rick Flag Sr. angle.
Yeah.
So, and they're already talking about his son being dead, right?
Well, that's what he said. His son is not dead because you saw it in the movie. His son is dead because Rick Flag said it in the show. That's
not because we saw him shoot him in the.
That doesn't matter. We just because you saw it, that doesn't count. It's only
who cares.
That's
this is like this is like I break up with an ex-girlfriend. Hey, all right, hey, we're gone. She goes, no, I'm breaking up with you. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, we good. It's over.
It's over. It's over.
What do you do when waiting? It's like, well, no. What do you mean you quit? No, you're fired.
You're fired. That's what it is.
The way it went down is you came in here and I said you're fired.
Yeah, it's like I quit, dude. I'm gonna go over to Rennavision. Like you're fired. Well, don't matter. I already fired.
But the
point is, what do you do about it?
The fans care. Like there's people that really, really care. There are people that care, and I don't know. Ask your Star Wars people. Who cares what's canon and what's not?
No. You get people that don't know what they're talking about, like Dom, and just start ranting on weird shit.
And you think there's not DC people that do that?
Yeah, but they don't actually care. They don't give a fuck. Like you're never gonna catch Dom at a celebration or like, something like that.
It depends on where celebration. He's just not going to.
Bro, there's been on 20 celebrations. He ain't been to any of them. Don't say what. I mean,
the two biggest DC fans that I know that we can like. All right, I want to ask Bruce. I want to ask him. Do you care?
Bruce, if it's drama, Bruce loves it. So get the fuck out. He doesn't like DC. He likes drama.
And then Corban, if Corban shows up, we can ask him. Does he care what's canon and what's not?
Corban does not care. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't know if he does.
Corbin? I thought Corbin was hopping in with us.
He was hopping on today. Yeah.
I don't know. Didn't he put something on Greg because of him?
Well, for one, they're going to throw a few memberships out there. But two, since we got a bunch of people watching us right now, a reminder: next week we will be starting early at about 8 p.m. because we will be having a special guest on, and we need to accommodate the time for them. So, come back early next week.
JJ does
hopefully not late.
That is correct.
JJ not runs about 4. It has about 16 different cannons running about 10 years apiece. Okay. Because I was just about to introduce us to this week when I was doing our first appearances. I was going to do the DC thing where it's like, well, this is technically the Gold Age first appearance. This is the Silver Age. This is the. I was just like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not doing that this week. So like, it's not. They changed this like fucking like I change my underwear, bro. Twice a day. You get sweaty balls, you gotta change it out, bro. That's how DC changes around their fucking canon.
Right, but it's also like even you're talking about comic canon, but even the movie, the Batman '89.
So I'm telling all of it, yeah.
Other Batman, you got like
Sticks. How'd you get a free membership?
It's random. It just goes. It's random. I can't buy
one. DK got one. John Sanders and Canadian Survivalist. Welcome.
Yeah. When did we have Tim Seeley on?
I don't know. Were we supposed to have Tim Seeley on?
He might be thinking of Tony Fleece.
Oh, yeah, no. We should have Tim Seeley on.
We should.
That's a good idea. All right.
No, it's somebody new we haven't had on the show before. I'll tell you that much.
On any of the shows. Oh, SNS had Tim Seeley on?
Did they?
Yeah, go back and look at that.
All right, so this one, we're just going to skip this one because somebody...
Yeah, if it makes money, it's canon. If it makes money, it's canon.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I like these. The Suicide Squad. The second Suicide Squad. The first Suicide Squad,
yeah, the second one was decent.
Yeah, first one was too much. Hey, let's do music video clips.
Okay, some streaming news. Invincible add 9 names, somewhat big names to the cast. I mean, we got Aaron Paul, Simu Liu, Pete Mara, Solo Maridueña, John DiMaggio.
I thought that was Sheamus.
Jack DiMaggio's brother?
Well, no, John DiMaggio. He does a lot of voice acting.
Yeah, I thought it was Sheamus, though, when I looked at his face.
Sheamus? Oh, yeah. No, definitely not Sheamus.
Looks like him, though. Fella!
And Jonathan Banks, who you might all remember as Mike from Breaking Bad.
Holy shit, he looks like Patrick Stewart, like when it's real small on my screen.
Yeah, like these folks are all
Who is Patrick Stewart or who is Jonathan Banks?
Jonathan Banks.
Jonathan Banks was the tough guy who got thrown into the buffet.
You know what? I only watched the first episode. Sorry. I only watched the first episode. I don't need to know.
No, Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this guy over here.
Into the buffet. He was the tough guy.
Yeah. This guy. Yeah.
Come here, cuz. Yeah. That's what I think of him from.
Yeah.
Like, it all goes back to that.
Simu Liu guy too. He's from
Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah, but he's
And
wasn't he?
Kim's Convenience.
Yeah, Kim's Convenience. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Well,
was in- that's what he said.
Shang-Chi.
Well, yeah, but you know him from King Convenience first.
Not me. I didn't watch that show.
I watched the
Fucking-
first season. It was good.
Sorry, you watched dog shit.
No, I just probably wasn't watching anything. There was a stretch
His
where I didn't
dad-
watch like
his
any
dad was
sitcom
fantastic.
type
He was
stuff.
so good.
You know?
No, it's a Netflix thing during COVID.
Yeah, that's what I watched.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah.
During
and then
COVID was when I
speaking-
started. During COVID is when I started doing this, and I was
Okay,
doing it.
Let's
wrong.
go. Next up.
I was taking 2 hours to make a 10-minute show because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, that's not good.
I was like editing shit like forever.
We also got the release schedule for Invincible Season 3, February 6th. We are going to get 3 episodes and then one
What? How
episode
many?
a week after that. So
Okay.
Nice. I like that kind of.
I'm not saying
I
to
like that
bootleg this, but if you're gonna bootleg it, just bootleg it.
yeah, or just watch it on Amazon Prime.
Or just
What do you guys think of this type
Pay your
of format? Would
taxes
it be a
and
few
pay
to
for
start?
Amazon Prime and pay your bills.
You know, do you like that?
Yeah.
They give you a
What's
few
that?
to start and then go one by one by one.
I like
Yeah.
I like that.
I like
do
that
like
too.
that. Yeah, I'd rather get a couple off the bat. Like the Recruiter Commandos, they had it. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, Eric, but Marco wouldn't let me, so I just kept on going.
Yeah,
What's that?
Mike Ehrmantraut.
Exactly. He was my favorite character in that whole show. Well,
His name was
one of my
Trout.
favorites.
We're talking about fish again. Thank you for the fish.
No,
Ehrmantraut.
Ehrmantraut.
Herman Trout.
He's also great in Community too. For I think the season he was on as the teacher.
If you're gonna bootleg
And then-
something, bootleg Amazon Prime.
This I don't know about.
So we got a new poster for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
I'm still watching
So,
it.
I'm gonna
I'm
watch
gonna
it.
watch
just-
it, but I'm not excited for it.
I kind of am. After I saw the thing, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, just understand that it's not in canon.
Yeah,
It's MCU adjacent.
yeah.
And it's supposed to be just a fun show that lets you tell the Spider-Man story in a different
different
way,
point of
where they
view.
can, from a different point of view,
I'm
and
okay
you're
with that.
able to. They can use whatever characters they want that, but they don't.
Just
they don't
like
wanna take
every
the canon.
Edge of Spider-Verse comic that they
Hold on. My expectation for this is about a 4.5. So if it meets that, then it's a great show. If it doesn't,
No,
then it's-
I got what you're saying. My only point is there's other things I would have preferred. Like if they're gonna spend the
Okay.
resources and the resources of my time, I would
Okay.
rather watch like a Darkhawk show. I don't know.
fair.
Yeah, but
I'm just throwing
Yeah.
things out there. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like I'd want something
Yeah.
new. Like you tell
I
me
get
it's
it,
not
but they gotta
canon
keep-
too, so what's the point?
they gotta keep Spidey fresh for kids, right? So they gotta
Yeah.
keep putting stuff out for kids. Like they did all the kids that were
guess.
watching Spidey and Friends. With
I'll just
the
wait for
spin-
my Hit Monkey season 2.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be more for you.
No, I mean, I think this is gonna be fun.
It'd probably be fine, but like I said, I'm just not excited for it. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, what's
But
Spidey product? I don't know. I'm not excited for a lot of Spidey products.
Well, I just get bored by, hey, let's just redo this character. Let's just redo this character.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but sometimes when they take new or characters that were like the problem with Darkhawk is like you don't want straight 90s Darkhawk.
No, you don't
You
want
probably
straight
want
90s.
Fraternity of Raptors.
My
Darkhawk.
point. My only
But my
point is-
problem is that hold on, Pete. They're just because there isn't as much for that. They're just going to adapt it, and they're going to take Fraternity of Raptors Darkhawk, make it fucking 90s Darkhawk, and it's going to be a big pile of shit Darkhawk, and then everybody's going to be fucking pissed
Maybe.
at Darkhawk.
But how many times do we need to see a new version of, like, say, Vulture? Like, how many times do we need to see it? We saw it in
I
the
agree.
Spider-Man 97
Pete,
cartoon.
Pete,
We saw it
Pete.
in the follow-up cartoon that Spider-Man had. We've seen it. You know what I mean? Like,
Pete,
we've
but here
had
we go.
Ultimate
Here we
Comics,
go.
we've
Here we
had
go.
second
Okay,
Ultimate
hold
Comics.
on.
Like,
Pete, hold on. Here we go. Skeleton Crew. The production was great. New characters. Stuff was new. Older themes. New things. Guess what? Nobody watched it. They just didn't watch it. They didn't say nobody watches it, says it sucks. People just didn't watch it. So we could do this back and forth all the time.
Either.
It was good. It was actually really good. Okay, you're the one person who says most of the people say.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm not saying it was bad.
But that's what I'm telling you. Is like
down by the ending.
That's what I'm telling you though. Like characters that people don't know, they're just going to be like meh. And who's going to turn it on besides us?
It's not because they were characters I don't know. They were characters that were annoying.
Well,
they legitimately
guys just like you. That could be a small version Pete 2.0. I don't understand why you find them annoying. All right, next
they were annoying. Wim and Fern were annoying.
Okay,
and they didn't redeem them at the end.
Well, there's assholes and opinions. But yeah, I mean, for the most, okay, besides Pete, the majority of people who watched it thought it was a decent product. I'm just telling you.
No, you are now making broad generalizations after you just said nobody watched it.
I said nobody watched it, but most people that did, Peter.
Yeah. Okay. Most people did. That was all right.
Well, I'm telling you,
I'm not saying it was bad.
You just said Darkhawk. Nobody's going to want to watch Darkhawk. There's like 20 of us who want to watch Darkhawk. It's not going to come out.
That was one example. Give
another example.
I'd watch anything other than another goddamn Spider-Man.
Well, you won't watch Sandman, so we'll see how that works out.
I did watch Sandman. I finished 2 years Sandman. Later. Thank you very much.
2 years later. 2 fucking years later, Pete.
Does it matter?
Yes.
Did I miss season 2?
No, Pete.
Oh my God. Then I'm at the same point you are.
No, man. Yeah, except for when the premiere the numbers came out, you weren't there for it. I'm just telling you, in general, people are going to pass. People are going to pass on new
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit.
Asked you to move on 3 times, Dub.
Yeah, but then you just kept poking the bear. That's why we had to keep going.
So Netflix
look at this.
Had huge earnings. They've added millions of subscribers, 18.9 million to be exact in the last quarter. 301 million global viewers, and they're going to celebrate by raising prices.
Well, here's the reason why. Because most of these subscribers they got weren't long-term plans. Because what did Netflix have over the last 2 months?
Squid Games?
Nope.
Wrestling?
No, they only had 3 weeks.
Last 2 months. Football. 2 months.
Oh,
started having major events that were outside of what they're regularly have, i.e., wrestling and Squid Games. So people tuned in and paid for those couple, like a 3-month and a 2-month subscription. Now they're worried that those people are going to leave, and all these great earnings that they just bragged about are going to dissipate. So they need to figure out a way to make that money back up till they can get it back to the spring and fall. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's still affordable, I guess, to some people.
Yeah, $17.99 a month for the regular membership, which is bumped up to $50, and then the ad-supported one jumps from
Tyson and football. Joe got it. Tyson and football. That's what they turned into. So did Jake Paul. Yeah, I mean that's what was Jake Paul versus Tyson.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was like the 2-1 events that they had off that made people subscribe.
No, I mean that's fair, but I don't know who's gonna balk.
I mean, not the regulars. I mean, it's going to come out of our pocket, but like, I just don't know the sustainability over. I was just thinking about that. Like, what's the sustainability of it over the next 4 or 5 months? Like, cause you have to put on super events every time to get it. So like, but you're not going to do Tyson. I can't do Tyson again.
No.
So what's your next draw going to be? And then you don't have football.
Well,
I mean, the numbers on football, like, to be honest, were very good on Netflix. They were
well, it also depends on what kind of deals they kind of have in place too, because there's still I think a number of ways you can get Netflix for free if you sign up for a T-Mobile play. You know what I mean? Like there's ways to get it for free. Almost but the only reason I'm getting to that is because like HBO and HBO Max, it's just like a staple that many, or maybe I'm just thinking of it differently. I pay for all of them, but I'm just not gonna let it go. It doesn't matter.
But so like how that bundle works when you get it for free, that they take that's not free. Like it's free to the end customer, but Netflix,
but it becomes mentally in your mind, it becomes a staple like milk and bread. Like I can't not have this. I can get rid of this channel.
You get Netflix for free on T-Mobile?
I don't know if it's T-Mobile, but there was something you can get. You can get it free through Comcast. Well, you did, at least for a while.
Whatever. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, like that's company. It's just because of like how the payout. Believe it or not, I have some experience in the telecommunication and streaming world. How the payouts work is like they just shuffle money around. But I mean,
that's not the part I'm talking about. It's the mentality of it becomes a staple for
you. Yeah.
Mind.
Yeah, so once you get used to
that's gonna be the last to go.
Yeah, so but I think you're right. But I think you're right that if it is like unless a major service provider changes the way that they're gonna restructure the programming and drop that to save a discount towards whatever it is, the phone bill or whatever, then yeah, you're right. It's going to continue to play at a percentage of keeping their thing up. But once again, the big bump that they got was Tyson and NFL. Plus, they premiered the wrestling. I mean, they did. You're never going to get a premiere of wrestling again. You're not going to get Tyson again. And you might get Tyson versus a chicken or whatever, but who knows? But you already pulled that one. How can you pull it again? I mean, what are you going to bring back? Is George Foreman still alive? I mean, that bitch will fight. I mean, he goes. I mean, he's still got punching him. But I mean, I'm just saying,
a lot of children named George Foreman. So one of them
named George. Yeah.
What's the
a lot of other Georges?
I'm just saying, like, what's the next thing? Because you got a couple months. Your next quarter is going to be pretty damn rough. So
they do have a lot of shows returning, but you're right. I can't think of anything that has a specific date that's going to come out. So we'll see.
You know what they should do? This would help their subscription numbers. They need to bring back Mike Tyson Mysteries.
That would be fantastic.
But is that just US? Is that just US World Cup, JJ? Because you need it internationally. I don't think it is. Foreman's still alive. Cool. Which one? Dude, he'd go.
Well, I mean, I know what you're saying, like World Cup, whether it's just US or internationally, but that's the other bit about it. Like, even now with the wrestling, like they have the wrestling ain't in India yet. You just wait until those numbers hit once they're live in India in a couple of months. Then all of a sudden,
yeah, but you don't know. No, hold on. You don't know if it'll be on Netflix in India.
Yes, that's what it's coming to India, but it's still a couple of months out.
But is it on Netflix?
Yes,
Netflix, it's worldwide.
It's worldwide. They've got to wait for all these other deals to expire, and then
because that's what I'm saying. Like, there's still some deals with other stuff.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. But the India market,
okay, good. Pete, we're saying
doesn't have wrestling yet.
Yes.
Once that hits,
Pete, agree.
We'll see the numbers again. That's all.
Yep.
All right. Speaking of wrestling, WWE and TNA have announced a multi-year partnership. So basically, it means NXT stars and TNA stars can appear on each other's shows, and then
OVL.
Yeah, exactly. It's another one of those developmental deals.
Yeah, it's just like TNA or OVL.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
This allows Joe Hendry to appear at the Royal Rumble, which is
I don't know
amazing
who that
news.
is.
I know you don't. That's okay.
Who owns TNA? Wasn't TNA? Let me ask you a question. Okay,
it was Impact.
Who gives a shit? Was it? But didn't some lady own it?
Yes.
Yeah, but I think Billy Corgan.
And didn't the guy from Smashing Pumpkins own it?
Yeah, Billy Corgan.
Yeah.
I think he owns it now.
He still owns it?
I believe so. As far as I know,
got a lot of signs.
Hey, he's a big Cornette fan, so maybe they'll bring Cornette back to run TNA, and then he'll just turn it into OVL again, and then we'll get great stars like Batista there, John Cena, anybody out of that 2000. What was it, 2002?
Cena might stop by.
Huh?
Yeah, Cena will probably end up on TNA at least once.
So why would he go to TNA?
Because they have
the deal with WWE, and he's doing his farewell tour.
Farewell tour this year, so it's his last. So the other thing is this allows WWE to lock up whatever with TNA, so they can go to AEW.
Yeah.
And then NWA, gotcha.
And then how much longer do you think AEW is going to be around?
As long as what's his name wants to pay for it.
I mean, well, as long as Daddy wants to pay for it.
Yeah, as long as Dad wants to pay for it, so they'll keep it alive. The other part is like this kind of allows them to be independent contractors, and they say, oh, well, our people can go wherever they want, so that independent contractor argument sticks for WWE and TNA, so it kind of allows that to stick too. So,
well, we already had a couple of NXT folks show up over on their pay-per-view last weekend or whatever. and some of their stars might be coming over pretty quick. It's
Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, if you had NXT, it's always good to have multiple. I don't know. I think it's not bad to have multiple minor league systems. In wrestling, you know what I mean? Training systems.
I got something before we move on to the next story. So
because we've seen that like over the years, and I know you guys like the new. Everybody's a fucking Mark Wrestling, but like even in the ages of OVL before Lionitis took it over, like. There was actually some decent stuff still coming out of there. And next, for what it's worth, has had at least a couple people come out of there pretty good. So hopefully TNA, we can get some. I mean, just not finisher after finisher after finisher all the time. Nobody fucking selling ever.
They don't do that. That's more AEW.
Yeah.
That said, we're talking about wrestling. If you guys like wrestling, go check out Absolute Geek tomorrow. The boys have a new wrestling show.
Oh, do they tomorrow?
Yeah. Thursday.
Nice.
Thursday's live over on Absolute Geek. The link is down in the description below. Sub up that channel. You got
where did he used to wrestle for?
Sticks is over there talking wrestling.
The only thing that was nonsense was when they're like, they should bring it back as the end of. No, they shouldn't bring it back as the NWA. Oh, they should bring. They should come
that
up.
Also goes out the window this past week too. I mean,
does it? Yeah. They should just come up with new gimmicks.
Well, sure,
100%.
I mean, I'm probably gonna hop over there too and do their wrestling show. I don't know if I'll make it tomorrow, but they're gonna do their Rumble show next week. So
yeah, it's a good show. Check it out. I mean,
like wrestling, give it a look. See.
All right.
Sweet. All right, we just have a really quick overview of some toys. Hasbro Pulse had a fan stream last week about Marvel Legends. They also had one today about Star Wars, which if you check it out on Sunday, you can probably get a whole bunch of breakdown on that. Wait, you already covered it?
No, I said we'll be covering it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they'll be covering that on Sunday, so check that out. But so Marvel Legends, so they have a Marvel Legends mini comic wave. So basically, it doesn't mean that it comes with an actual readable comic. Literally, it's a comic book that the action figure holds. So I don't.
Wait, why isn't it readable?
It's not readable. It's like a little piece of plastic.
God damn it!
It's ridiculous.
I hear that, bro.
Dinesh gave me a tiny comic. This shit's readable.
Yeah. Well.
What do you think if they would go back to making like? I mean, they did it for DC for a while, was that just the covers? What if they put books back in there like the good old days?
Oh, yeah, when the first Marvel Legends came out, you got all those reprints of the key issues and stuff.
Yeah, you could do the clam
some of
packs
the
and
DC
shit like
stuff
that.
came mini comics. Yeah, Star Wars had comics in it.
And fucking He-Man's always came with a mini comic.
Yeah, He-Man's had the little mini comics. And
who the hell was that? Was that Tin Ceiling?
Powers even had mini comics.
Who's the guy that did? Who's the guy whose like first work's done in like a mini comic?
Bruce Timm, I believe.
Bruce Timm's, yep.
Yeah.
His first work was the He-Man mini comics. So with this
Hodak
is
Hordak.
Ultimate Miles Morales and Banshee, and then we have Adam Warlock.
Dude, you know what sucks? Dude, the things that are standing.
Ultimate Iron Man sucks.
They have better stands for the Star Wars stuff than they do for these. They use those shitty, like off plastic color ones. That sucks.
Yeah, Star Wars has lots of good stands. I mean, especially for the 3 3/4.
Yeah.
And then there's also you get Dakin, and finally we saw a picture of Rom a while ago. Getting Space Knight like Rom.
Dude, you know what they should do with this instead of that? They should come up with a mini Build-A-Figure that you cannot get as an actual figure. Anyway, I swear to God, it'd sell.
Yeah, they did that.
Monkey. Huh?
Hit Monkey with a mini Build-A-Figure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They should do it again.
I know. I'm just saying they did it. Maybe not mini. I don't know how mini you were talking, but Hit Monkey was.
No, I'm talking like with these guys. They should do mini. You know what I mean? Some mini comics, mini figures.
Yeah, I mean that'd be great, but like they won't.
What do you want? You want like Headmasters?
I don't know. Well, how big are these figures?
6 inch.
Yeah, they're 6 inches.
So just be a 6-inch figure instead of a, like most of the times when they do Marvel Legends, the figure's like 12 inches or whatever.
No, they're 6. They're 6. They're this size. This is the Marvel Legends size.
Yeah, but that's not what the Build-A-Figure. The Build-A-Figure is bigger than that.
Oh,
usually because that's their excuse to make a big guy.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, if they came with like a mini like a 4-inch or whatever.
Yeah, like I said, they made Hit Monkey before. They've also made regular sized ones. They've mixed it up.
The problem with it is a lot of the ones I just talked to my toys guys. This is why they're pissed.
Yeah.
A lot of times they make the Build-A-Figure, and then like a year later, guess what? Premium
they make
pack.
Another figure. Yeah.
Yeah, they make a figure of that Build-A-Figure. They did that with the Deadpool. Was it Deadpool Hulk?
So just make a minifigure. Make a 3 3/4. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, they want to make some money. Just build a Jeff the Land Shark figure, and then there you go.
I'm sure that's coming.
Well, I mean, you could just make mini figures, and then it would people would have to collect all the mini Build-A-Figures.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm going with your idea, but you make it Jeff the Land Shark, and then
no, but you're just making small fucking You're just taking small characters. I'm saying like not just small characters. Use normal sized characters, but make them small, and that's a whole new line they can do. It's cheaper on plastic and everything else.
You want to make another scale of figures that comes with a large figure?
Yeah, with a 6-foot figure. Yeah, yes.
Who's gonna put? What are you gonna do with that then?
I fucking dude, they'll collect it. Pete, I guarantee you, they'll collect it. Dude, I saw a fucking Dom showed some fucking. It was literally like a 3D printed shitty ass Boba Fett that somebody just painted white. He said, "Hey, this is just like the fucking."
They didn't paint it white. They just used white plastic.
Yeah, they go. Hey, this is
I
just
know
like
what
the
you're
prototype.
saying. Yes, I know.
No, I started looking at it. It looked like shit.
Prototype.
I mean, so don't tell me they won't buy it. They'll fucking buy it, bro, and they'll collect it all. There you go.
I'm still trying to have logic built into my.
No, just because you're short, you want just short people. That's
no, you're the one who brought up minifigures. I thought of a small character that people would buy, Jeff the Land Shark.
Minifigures, not regular size figures.
Stop. Not only that, you know how minifigures or the Build-A-Figures usually stop? They do one wave and that's it. You could keep this going. You could just sell accessories for this Jeff the Land Shark figure for fucking ever. Give him a fucking scarf in the winter, you get sunglasses in the summer, and all of a sudden you just keep building and building.
Build Jeff the Shark. He's one little shit shark,
and people love him.
Okay, but after you give him the one piece for Jeffrey the Shark, then you're fucked. What I'm saying is,
no, that's what I'm saying. No, you keep.
It's also not a minifigure. That's the real size. Pete, if I go 4'2", that's a Pete minifigure. No, that's your actual size. It's not mini Pete. That is Pete. You see what I'm saying? Jeff the Shark is that small. You can't do it.
People will buy it.
Oh my God.
Your idea is just dumb. You want people to buy just a smaller version of a figure they just fucking bought.
Yes, and they will do it because toy collectors are dumb. Yes.
You want to play with their toys at home and pretend they're ventriloquists? And they go, hey, I don't put the little Wolverine on Wolverine's lap. And you go, no.
It's not, you said it's not a minifigure, though, if that's the size of the figure.
If I'm buying an action figure, I just want the figure and make the figure the best that it can be. Without giving me any extra little things that are going to.
Well, then you're not going to be buying fucking Marvel. Then you're not going to be buying Marvel figures, bro. Yeah,
I buy some Marvel figures.
Oh, I did buy this Thanos. Oh,
telling you, Jeff the Land Shark. You just keep adding accessories to these shit.
That is not fucking quality at all. That's absolutely
will buy it.
Opposite of what Doug just said.
What do you get? Well, you get the legs with the little snow boots and shit. Now I got snow boot Jeff the Land Shark.
Okay, so.
It's sweater weather.
And then there was also a
Pete, we gotta slow down the drinking, bro.
I'm just arguing, that's all.
Did we already get this? We already got this, Peter Parker.
So this is a Maximum Series Spider-Man. This is like allegedly super articulated. I mean, he has articulated wrists and toes, and I'm gonna guess this is a $40 plus figure.
I see a lot of extra.
It's gonna be a $50 deluxe.
Yeah,
it's one of these.
You're probably right. So normal figures are between 25 and 30 now. So this is a deluxe. So I'm like I said, it's probably gonna start at 40. Marco's probably more spot on with the 50. But this is copying up some of the. Yeah, this is the you get some of the Japanese figures, the Revoltex and things, and they're pretty articulated and stuff. So this is you get 3 heads with Spidey and a whole bunch of fists and hands and all this other stuff. So this was announced during the stream as well. Gene is a Target exclusive, and Spidey is going to be Amazon and
I think it's $40. That's where I'm
40
I'm calling it.
Yeah,
it's just like the Wrestling Ultimates,
45.
like it's the same box.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know, man. Those card backs suck on those fucking X-Men figures. I hate
Really?
it.
They're pretty sturdy. As long as you don't get them jacked up to begin with.
That's an Ollie special waiting to happen.
Some of those
Ollie's, you got to worry about some heat warping.
No, that Jean Grey is a Target exclusive. You're not going to find that at Ollie's.
So, like, surprising what you can find at Ollie's.
Things find their way to Ollie's.
He's got this in the mail. So this is the newest Spidey. The card's pretty decent card.
Yeah, no, the cards are decent.
It looks like the old school.
The glue is too.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of nice. I wish it didn't have this. I mean, I don't care about the Secret Wars thing.
Yeah,
his extra head, like make this figure awesome. And then I got this figure, and then my buddy was like, "Yeah, his toes are not articulated."
No, those
like,
probably.
Okay.
Hold on. Those are probably better. The other ones that they've been doing for the Marvel, pick that up, please. The other ones that they've been doing for the, the problem with it is the other ones they were doing were offset, so the figure would be over here, and it was a little bit longer, so the cardboard portion was longer, and they're just a pain in the dick. And the DC tried to do it, and they were just trash. So
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So talk about some comics. So we're gonna revisit our top story for a minute.
What does it matter to you, BK? You don't go out of your fucking mom's house anyways.
Vault has announced a direct to retail distribution. So they were Diamond. They were doing Diamond, and now they are offering, along with, I guess, being coming through.
Where am I going to get my Money Shop books from?
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to get them direct, or I believe they're gonna be through Lunar as well. I don't know exactly, but for some retailers, this direct from Vault is going to be.
I have a feeling that we're going to hear more announcements similar to this.
Yep. As in our next story, which is Image. So Marco talked a little bit about discounts and how some of that stuff works earlier. So Image is reducing the discounts. They've taken the time here where they're going to switch from Diamond to Lunar, and they are setting new discount levels and tiers for stores. So really quick, what happens is they, based on how much you order per month, you get a discount amount from how many Image comics you buy. The store will get a discount on all of them based on your monthly average. So what the discount used to be, so anywhere, this is a monthly, so they do it every 3 to 6 months, I believe. I don't know what the exact number is. So if you spent like $83 a month average, you would get a 40% discount. Now to hit that 40%, you have to spend $300 a month for just Image comics.
Oh,
so these are the new numbers for the discounts that you have coming through Image comics that you buy through Lunar.
Yeah, I mean that's Lunar's deal, though.
Yeah, this is Lunar's deal to you, but you can't get Image comics any other way.
Yeah, but this is similar. This is almost identical to the DC deal through Lunar.
So basically, people have to pay more for Image comics, and they're making less money.
I mean, this is Lunar's deal.
Yeah,
this is what their deal is. I mean, go tell
it depends on how much it depends. Like the bigger retailers, probably not gonna see much change. With the small, as Marco was saying earlier, the smaller guy is gonna
the little guys.
The little guy's getting screwed.
Yep, little guys gonna have to pay more for, and they're not gonna make as much money.
Little guys getting hornswoggled.
So, I mean, like, what are you gonna a month? What are you gonna cover? You're pretty much gonna get 50. You should have been getting 52. That's really fucking big. The 55 to 52. Yeah, I mean, most people are gonna sit in that 52 range. Well, that's what they do at DC. Yeah, that's actually, to be honest with you, that's DC numbers between 52 and 55. Like that's what a normal shop would be ordering through that, because it's discounted. That's not total dollar amount, right? So it's 55,000 at the discounted rate.
I don't know if it was a discounted rate or not. Now that you asked,
and is this monthly or
yes, monthly?
This is monthly. This is a monthly rate, but it's monthly average. Yeah,
monthly average.
So monthly average has
to be. I'm like, you look at the 250 to 375. That's kind of a 100 plus book kind of rate.
Yeah, I think that's kind of how we're talking about like their
And you think about how many
Their
DC
shipping
books.
rate,
Well, we're going to
too.
get 10 Flashes. We're going to get 10 Green Lanterns. We're going to get,
Yeah. It's because they built shipping into this because of how their shipping tier rate works. So, like, I mean, but don't blame Image for. I mean, I don't care if you blame Image or not for this, but don't blame Image for this. Blame Lunar.
That's fine. All right, I got it.
Yeah, I mean that's. Just
All I know is Witchblade and Darkness really seem odd amongst this group.
It's going to be very interesting though. But hold on, here's the problem: the small guys after Image that are trying to get into Lunar now, like, no, this is their tier layout. I'm telling you, it's not just for fucking Image. This is what their tier system is. So, or pretty close.
Yeah.
So, if you're, I don't know, who did you say? I'm just going to use Vault as an example. I'm not saying that, but Vault trying to make a deal with fucking Lunar. Guess what? You're going to get 40% off because who the fuck's buying $2,000 worth of fucking Vault books in a month? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
and then that dollar. I mean, how much is
They
that
might
difference?
get 50. They can get over 84.
It's about $84
They
on
can get up to $100.
Yeah, I mean, fair, but I mean, like, let's say
they get the extra 10%.
that's a lot of fucking books, bro.
It's not because certain companies like of the smaller. Well, I'm just saying of the smaller companies, the smaller imprints. What they've been doing lately is having premium priced books. So they'll have a copy of a book, like Keenspot's done it, Coffin's done it, like Ahoy, like a lot of the smaller imprints are doing things. Was like, this is a $20 book from Jump, like it's $19.99 is the price. Like
that's why Keenspot does
for
the
one copy.
book.
Like for this is the holo foil, whatever. It's $20. So yeah, the shop gets it at a discount. And it's still $10 towards their 83. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a good jump. Like it.
Yeah, but I mean, like
they order one.
I mean,
and
how many
order in one?
But hold on, though. Like, let's say you are a small distributor, and like, how many titles are you putting out in a month?
Oh. Yeah, well, it depends.
I mean, like a Vault, how many titles are you putting out in a month?
Vault. Yeah, Vault's not doing
maybe
too many.
5. That's what I'm saying. Like, all of a sudden, you're saying $20.
No. But what I'm also saying is Vault doesn't do
per
too many.
store, mind you. That's per store.
I understand it, but like you take a company like Vault, though. Like, and I brought up the Money Shot thing as a joke, but like you take a book like Money Shot, they've got like 3 polybag versions, and there's like those are all $10 a piece. And then you got this risque version of this and that. Sure. They do premium books.
Yeah, but that's probably a 3K run. I mean, and then you're doing it per store. How many stores? What I'm just telling you is, even if it's $20, so it's half of that, so it's $10. I mean, now you're doing $10 off a 3K run. No store's ordering 3,000 of that. Let's say you're ordering 100. You're ordering 100 copies of that shit.
You don't have to order 100 to get over $84.
Not $84, but you got to get over $300.
No. I'm talking about getting from the 40% to the 50%.
Yeah, but now it's the new tier.
I see what you're saying. I'm going off the old tier. My bad.
Yeah, you're going off the old tier. Yeah, you're looking at $300. I'm saying you got to get $300.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So
I was looking at
you're ordering 30 in a month, so you got. I mean, yeah, if you order 10, 10, and 10, maybe. But I mean, that's 10% of the total market of. That's 10% of the total books that are being sold for that line for the month. I mean, what small LCS is picking up 10% of an independent comic for the whole run?
Yeah.
Fair.
That's what I'm just trying to be fair. Like, don't be mad when your LCSs don't just not go to your LCS because they can't pick it up. I mean, they're paying a premium for that book. So if they got charged an extra book or two.
Or do you have to tell them to order it for you?
Yeah. Prepay.
Get a pull box or get a pull list.
Yeah.
They'll order
That's
it.
That's what I never understood. This is what I never understood about fucking comics. How in cards you prepay for your shit all the time. Like all the time. You pre-order, prepay. How the fuck? I was just talking when I was talking to a couple of those LCS owners. The one guy's like, yeah, well, the pull. I'm like, if they're special ordering shit, charge them. They'll pay for it. Toys is the same way. Fucking Dom still owed like 6 toys that he's paid for 2 years ago.
Yeah. No, and that's what's the weird thing with comics. Like, hey, we'll take it on the arm. Well, you just pay when you come to pick them up, and then these fuckers don't come to pick them up.
Prepay, my friend, prepay.
Yeah. It's like, just real quick before we move on to the next thing. It's like my buddy who bought a shop. The previous owner had pull list books in the back that people never picked up that they eventually put out on the floor. They put out, and this is like 2019-ish time. It's right before the pandemic. I picked up books like Detective 880 and Batman New 52 #1 for a cover price because they were pull list books that somebody had pulled that they never picked up.
I love doing
that. They just put it out and said,
"Yep,
cover price."
I know when two of the LCSs.
Okay.
I know when two of the LCSs unloaded. That's the best way to go.
I'll take all his books that he didn't come get.
Yep, absolutely. All right.
And like Storage Wars, you just buy the whole,
you don't buy the whole thing. You just they put them out. You pick them up. Yeah, for sure, Pete. Good tip, Pete. All right, next up, we're still in news. Hour 30 minutes in news. Not because of me, because of Pete.
I think it was Dub.
Image Comics is launching G.I. Joe Silent Missions Month every week in April.
Nope. Artrell.
I'm pretty sure they're not spelling out ginger.
Yeah, they're probably not spelling out ginger. That is correct. So here's Beachhead G.I. Joe Real American Hero Beachhead. And then Jinx, all silent issues. So first week is April 2nd. Second is April 9th. And then you get Spirit #1. You get Roadblock #1.
What sucks is because I want to read the Spirit book, but nope. I don't want to be silent. So it's silent. The whole issue is silent.
All right, I can buy Spirit sign. He's got he's got the bird. You don't need to talk, but Roadblock?
That's all Roadblock does.
That's all he does. He's fucking rhyming and
the
whole fucking time.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, I believe.
Hold on, son. Why you gotta run?
And then I'll say that for this
Who's
one.
the
so,
E?
Who?
The E is Duke.
That's not Duke, is it?
It don't look like fucking Duke.
But it is. And then so the G.I. Joe is spelled
why
out.
is Beachhead fucking quiet?
Well, he's got a ski mask.
They're all quiet. Everybody is quiet. Each one of those is 4 different covers for each book. And this, the ones that has the G.I. Joe written on it, I believe, are the 1 in 25 virgin foils. So you have to buy 5 1 in 25s if you want.
Wait, they're doing a new Duke series?
G.I. Joe. No, they're just one shot.
Yes, but no.
Oh, these are all just one shots.
This is the Larry Hama. This is the Real American Hero run.
Get the fuck out of here.
This is continuing on the IDW yada yada yada. Not the new Energon stuff. So it's a different run.
And then you can also buy G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero 21 Silent Missions Edition. So this is to pay Larry Hama because he has a foreword or a letter or something that he wrote that's going to be in this book. So he will get paid. And there are 5 different versions of this book. One is a blank sketch that I didn't put on here. And then one is a 1 in 25 foil of that A cover.
Wait, is he dead?
No.
It's who dead?
So then why do we give a fuck if he's getting paid or not?
He's at every con you could think of.
Wait, I'm so confused by this shit. I'm so confused by any of this shit. Why is any of this being done?
Maybe it's an anniversary.
Why are we getting a new Magic book? I mean, I don't know. It's just people don't want to put this stuff out. I don't know.
Maybe it's an anniversary.
I don't fucking know either. But I don't know much about Magic the Gathering. But what I'm saying is like the G.I. Joe stuff has been pretty fucking good. Like, why are we doing this?
They're still continuing. Larry Hama, he's still doing his run. Like 313 came out. I think it's 313. Well, his series is still coming out weekly, in addition to the Skybound stuff. It's a separate storyline.
Yeah. Okay.
Why do you hate Larry Hama?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't.
Larry Hama is a veteran.
He
wrote these stories. He wrote G.I. Joe for a generation.
I get
don't understand
that.
why you
I'm
have
not
so
saying
much hate.
Dub,
so much hate.
Don't
why
you dare.
don't you want him to
I'm
get
not
paid?
doing that. I'm not doing that.
Why do you not want Larry Hama to get paid?
What I'm asking you is he's already getting paid doing the regular series. Why are we doing this?
40th anniversary was December 1983, so they're 2 years late on this shit. So
yeah,
it's not for
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. Thank you, Pete.
I was just checking. I thought maybe it was an anniversary.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, why? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
40,
I'm not
42.
hating on him.
It's double 21.
And then, like, that's the question I had about if he's getting paid or not, because you said that he had to do a forward to get paid. I'm like, are we not paying this guy already? I mean, not like
get paid on the reprints of this. He will get paid for the reprint of this because he wrote something in it.
Oh, okay.
If they just put it out, he wouldn't get paid for it.
Okay.
For any reason.
Gotcha.
For whatever
reason.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think if they would have done this with the reprint, they just reprint the silent things. What's going on, Spiders? Just reprint that, and then do the shadow, and then do that, and then do Jinx.
I don't know why they're doing it.
Just to get the man some
money. I don't
money.
know if he has health issues. Like I said, he does a lot of cons, but he could. But...
Oh, he's got mascular. That's tough. Hopefully he doesn't. No, that's not what I was asking. Yeah.
Right, well,
Speaking of why are they doing this? Why are we getting a new one of these?
You can still find these in dollar bins.
Nope.
Well, they're rewriting a new one.
Artrell. Is it new? It's a
brand new series. Chris Claremont is writing. These are just old pictures because they haven't given us pictures for the new one yet. Tom Brevoort, executive editor of X-Men Group, yada yada yada, said that Chris Claremont is writing a new Wolverine and Kitty Pryde limited series at this very moment.
Why do we have him writing? Out of all the things we can have him do, this is what we're going to have him do?
Because he loves Shadowcat.
Okay, that's fine. Then have him write a Shadowcat story. Have him write an Excalibur. You know what I love? Have him do Excalibur. Have him do Excalibur.
Nobody will buy it.
This is a story where she got her name. Shadowcat. So that's why he's going back to this story. I don't know. Half the stuff they put out for X-Men. Yeah.
Solo.
It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I wouldn't mind him doing an X title. I don't even consider this an X title. To be honest, not really one of my favorite fucking minis either.
I hope he doesn't put as many words as he did in that. Didn't we read a book last week that he wrote?
Oh, the goddamn creeper book. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
your goddamn creeper.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal with it. I love minis. I love X-Men. This is not a good idea.
I agree.
All right.
I agree as well. So let's move on.
Moving on.
Talk about not good ideas.
Please.
Marvel Rivals.
Holy. Oh, no. Jeff the Shark. Sakis. Fucking Pete's going to go on a 3-hour Saki talk.
So this was available digitally as little mini parts, and it's all going to be combined into one issue. It'll be a one-shot that comes out on April 2nd. And here are 2 of the covers. I believe there's more than this. These are 2 that I could find. So for you Marvel Rivals fans, you can get the pre-story of the video game. Yeah, I agree, Marv. And then Spider-Man vs. Godzilla. In our chat, there's one of our friends who loves the Spider-Man crotch shot for whatever reason.
I don't know why he loves.
I don't know why.
I don't know why Dom wants Spider-Man's taint in his fucking face, but
I like the one on the right. It looks like a movie poster. That's kind of cool.
I will tell you this:
if
it wasn't for the taint, I think the one on the left could be good. But I don't know. But I do like the one on the right. The one on the right's all. But I always like those, like battle posters.
Yeah, I love those kind of
movie
posters.
I do like the Godzilla font, like the trade dress.
Yeah, the font. That's what I like is the trade dress for that. I really like the trade dress. Actually, that's the only part. You're right, Pete. You are 100%. That's the only fucking part I like of that cover. I'm trying to make it better because then I was looking at him like, what the fuck happened to Godzilla's left shoulder and why?
Oh,
like he looks more like Fig Fang Foom than he does Godzilla in that picture. I don't know what the fuck. Yeah. So thank you. No, I actually don't like any of that picture, except for the font, which I think is probably what Dom liked too. I don't know if Dom
I'm gonna guess that's what it was.
Taint his sweaty ball taint, spider balls in his fucking.
No, he just like that foot coming right at you.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, somebody who drew that. Make fun of that person for drawing feats too, because that's fucking terrible.
It looks like Bradshaw. No,
I didn't actually see who drew that one. I just knew the one on the right.
Keep going. I'll look at it.
Dynamite is launching a new imprint called Dynamite Kids. And they're launching in April with a story called The Ice Children. It's something to do with the Snow Queen. I don't know what that is exactly. I don't have kids, so do you know anything about Snow Queens and Ice Children, Marco?
This is what I will tell you. Narwhals are fucking dope. Kids love them.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm not sure that they're gonna like this though.
Okay. Narwhals. I know capybaras too. Kids love capybaras. I know that.
Yeah.
What's with that? What's with the reindeer?
I don't know. What
it's got. The biggest ass in the world. Look at the size of the ass on that reindeer.
He is right. The hind legs are bigger than the front.
Yeah,
legs.
and they're huge. Like the thing.
I'm not saying yes. Pause.
Right.
No, pause. I'm saying the hind legs are larger than the front legs, so it's probably like it's got like a Tyrannosaurus Rex issue at this point. I'm not saying what Pete's saying. I'm not agreeing with Pete at all. I'm just saying, not agreeing with Pete. Okay.
It's got those apple bottom jeans on.
Oh my Pete.
Boots with the fur.
We're gonna have to have an interview. Okay, go ahead.
Come on, we can have fun with this.
All right.
I don't know. I'll test it through with the kids, but
speaking of Dynamite Comics,
look, I think that Jay Lee cover, I think Captain Planet has been
what the fuck?
Jesus Christ, the hell's going on there?
Captain Planet. BBL Captain Planet.
Jesus, he got some junk in that trunk.
What the?
I think he's inside a tree, maybe.
Pause.
Oh, that's
what the fuck is wrong with you and Pete? I'm seriously, you guys. I don't know what you've been going on with you two lately, but the stuff you guys have been saying is just out of pocket and not appropriate at any level.
What did I say?
He's just coming out of a tree.
I thought he's in a tree. He's not in a tree.
Call him a dendrophiliac because that's what those.
This is what I was gonna say. I saw one of these covers early on before it got revealed, and I was like, "Bro, what's with the fucking hair? Where's the mullet flat top?" And then I come to find out, oh boy, that's doing the inside is like, yeah, getting rid of that. I don't know, man. I'd rather see the fucking.
All I'm saying is, all of them opportunity missed. They didn't do a rendition that looked like Don Cheadle. That's the opportunity missed there.
I mean,
that SNL bit with Don Cheadle is phenomenal. With Captain.
That was Funny or Die, right? Funny or Die did that.
Was it Funny or Die?
Funny or Die, yeah. Funny or Die, yeah.
Well, I mean, also, I guess I have a question. Yeah.
Who wants this?
That was my other question.
I don't know.
I definitely don't want BBL Captain Planet there. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I don't know what that's. Yeah.
And why is the Creeper on the last one, dude? Shout out DC Creeper. Best comic character of all time for DC.
All right. We're going to move on to more Diamond news. Thundercats is debuting a new character called Scorpius in Thundercats Lost #2. So if you're looking for a new Thundercats character, apparently he's on a whole different level. He's a one-man wrecking crew. And he doesn't like the Thundercats, so sounds like my kind of guy. But I'm probably not gonna.
Hey, is he the guy? Wait, who is he? Was he looking?
I don't know.
I'm gonna guess he's the one on the red cover, but I don't know.
Is it gone?
Is that what that is, or is it just glowy hand? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I can't tell. But he's like not a cat-looking person, so
yeah.
Everybody else looks like a cat.
I don't know. So, good luck.
Thundercats Lost 2 releases on April 2nd. So if you want to
pre-order Thunder. You know what, Dub? You know that I've been looking for DVDs. So we went to half price.
You want DVDs? I got DVDs for you.
For the kids, so they can watch them on the way because we got to go. Whatever. So
you want 7 seasons of Buffy? I got
I got all the Thundercats and all the original He-Man, and it was $3.
Nice.
$3.15 for that one and $5.55 for the other one.
You got those at Target?
No, at half price. Well, ours is called Second Charles. Half price looks Second Charles. No, I only got they only sell DVDs and Blu-rays at Target during the holidays, during Christmas. That's it.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
But
so you went to your local used.
Yes, and also there too. It'll help us later. I picked up some hardcover trades for $3.
Nice.
That cover a lot of stuff. So, yeah, shout out that.
Shout
Including
out
Secret
Second
Road.
and Charles. Books a
Yeah,
Million.
and half price books. Not Books a Million. Books a Million isn't the discount version.
I thought it was the same place.
Yeah, I thought they were
No.
all kind of connected.
Almost
It's
owned by the
their
same company.
Books a Million owns the same company, but Books a Million is their hootie tootie place where like
Oh,
Second Charles and Half Price Crooks are their
Hooty
like
tooty.
their ollies. Yeah,
they're
It's
Ali's
hoity
birthday.
toity.
why the fuck ever.
So let's run through
You
these
say,
new
hootie,
printings
you
real
say
quick.
tomato, I
These
say
are all
tomato, bitch.
Absolute Batman #1 5th print. And then the #2.
Nobody
is going to the 3rd
cares. Get the
print.
fuck out
What
of here
the
with this
hell is
dog
this?
shit.
Jesus
Get the
Christ!
fuck
You
out
do
of
not
here.
own
Oh,
this
here
by
we
now.
My fucking sweat balls, dude.
Absolute Superman #1 3rd print, Jim Lee cover, and then the 1 in 25, and
Oh
then
my
the
God.
second printing of #2.
This is
Absolute
that's
Wonder
my biggest
Woman.
headache.
4th
In doing
print.
the Wednesday watch list, the biggest headache I have is keep talking about every goddamn reprint of Ultimate Spider-Man and every reprint of
Oh yeah,
fucking Batman and
This is
Transformers
dog
1
shit too.
and Void Rivals 1. It's just like
Over and over again.
she's
And
still
then
doing
we
the
have
goddamn house party dance.
who's doing the house party?
Oh, it's fun.
Wonder
Sticks.
Woman.
No, I like. It's a treat. I let them pick them out. It's really cool. Thank you, though.
Wonder Woman.
So
No, I said it's like
Adam Hughes
it's like
on the
sweaty
Rogue.
balls.
Adam Hughes is doing a Rogue cover.
Stinks.
He already did
Carrie
it.
Andrews is 1 in 25.
Yeah.
And then that's the Deadpool and Wolverine #1 that we talked about last week that was already announced.
The Hughes,
then-
the Hughes Rogue is just a non-foil version of his cover he did already.
Oh, that's
He did that already.
dumb.
It was
Yeah.
spot foil, but
All right.
And this is a distillery book. You Won't Feel a Thing by Scott Snyder and Jock is going to a second printing. And that wraps up our news for this week.
All right. Let's get into Take It or Leave It. Shorter
take it
show,
or leave
huh?
it. Sure.
Promise. We haven't even got to Spec Wars yet, and we're 2 hours in.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I'm well aware. All right, so where do we want to start? Comic books?
Yep. BK has helped out with picking some of the comic books. Some of them are trash.
Blame
Like this
BK.
one. This is a fucking BK book. You know what?
No,
I
it's
didn't mind.
Wonder Woman.
Huh?
It's absolute Wonder Woman. I still
Yeah.
like this.
You still like it?
Yeah.
The sword getting super gigantic?
She had the sword super gigantic. She pulled it from the ether with her magic.
You know what? I read. I
I
read
figured you
both.
would have more problem with the whole blood right she had to do to get her fucking arm back.
No. I read. You know what the problem I had with this book is I read both Wonder Women back to back. This was not the better of the Wonder Women this week.
Really?
Yes.
See, I preferred this one over the other.
100%. This is not the better of the Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
I'm not
depends.
saying it's bad. This is not absolute Batman bad, but like, don't read both Wonder Women back to back. This, I mean, I just don't think there's a ton of action because
this is. I'm giving it a thumbs up, but this is just a piece. Like not a lot happens in this particular issue.
Like what was supposed to happen at the beginning happened at the last page, last 2 pages.
Yep.
It's like, okay, well, fuck.
It
man.
was a
lot of filler in this book. I'll give you a quarter thumbs because it wasn't terrible, but it just was like,
yeah. My problem with the other one, which we actually have next.
Oh,
They went the whole
He's
action
available.
route with this. Like, I don't need. Why do we have every goddamn Wonder Woman in the world in this book?
you didn't like this? I actually like this book.
Why are they all there? Granted, I haven't been
Did you read
reading
this?
Wonder Woman, so I don't
Yeah.
know if they've been there the whole time, or if it was
Plus,
just
Angle Man was in this
Like,
fucking
why is
book.
Donna
I mean,
Troy here and then Yara Flora? And then we
anytime
got
you can have
Kathy
Angle
over
Man in a
here.
fucking book.
Like
Because it
everybody's
was
doing-
talking about all the different Wonder Women. Hey, listen, I like this one. Thumbs up. Shout out Angle Man.
Yeah, we had what was that one guy? Angle?
Yeah.
What got to do with a goddamn triangle fighting them? And yeah, Giganta's cool.
Oh, you
I'll
better
give
watch
Gigantus.
out what you're saying. That's a fucking historical fucking Rogues Gallery member of fucking Wonder
Yeah,
Woman
he's
there.
not a great villain. He's not a great rogue. Giganta's cool. I'll give you Giganta. Dr. Psycho got knocked out like that, so we didn't even get Dr. Psycho in this fucking book.
Yeah, the Giganta thing was kind of good. I mean, the Angle thing is stupid power, but good to see a Rogues Gallery from the fucking Golden Age.
Yeah. I mean, they're
and
trying
the
to pull
Silver
out
Age.
like from the back pocket. They're trying to pull it a deep cut.
Yeah. So they did. I mean, they did. That's the fucking Kite Man. But they did it. It did, and it worked out well. I thought overall it was great. You still got what's his name, the creepy old dude there. So thumbs up on this one. I like it.
All right, your thumbs up. I'm only crooked only because I haven't been following, so I felt a little bit lost because I didn't realize because it took a minute to realize.
I can see how that could happen.
He was fighting Giganta. I thought that was Wonder Woman, and then I'm like, wait, what? And then I'm like, oh shit, no.
Well, you chose the wrong cover too. I chose the cover that had 4 Wonder Woman on it, so you knew all 4.
Cover.
I know, but like it was dead giveaway. The A cover told you all 4 there. So.
Oh yeah, the 4. Yeah, well then also the Nakayama has all 4 as well.
Yeah, so I mean, like
I like the Del Mundo.
Fucking subtle, or you want to fucking go, Pete? All 4 of these broads are in this fucking book. I mean,
just saying.
I mean, they only put it on the fucking cover. All right,
I know. Well, I didn't know which one was which until we got deeper into the story. That's all. We got lost.
Where's Corban? I was thinking about reading this just because I know it's dog shit. Then Corban made us read this.
It's not dog shit, actually. This is all right.
Okay, it's all leading up to this Adam project. And I just don't know.
I think they're handling like this huge cast of characters pretty well, considering it's not great.
Yeah.
But it's all right. Like, I think they're doing a good job. I like the art. I like how they're not focusing too much on any one thing, but also not jumping around too much.
Yeah.
So they're not trying to give you too much in one issue.
Well, hold on. They are. Hold on, though. They are. Because they're giving you the swamp.
That was at the end. That was at the end.
I know, but they're giving you that. It's all at the end. They dump everything at the end. They're giving you the Adam thing.
No. The end is going to lead you into the next thing. Like, they're kind of teasing, like, we'll wrap up this and go into that.
Yeah, but it's not just that. It's that. It's the Adam thing. And then
you got the Adam thing running. You got the Inferno thing running, throughout this. You got the Air Boy who's got nothing.
Got 3 different story things that are happening throughout it. I mean, wait, this is the one that had Plastic Man in it too, right? Oh yeah, because he's going to be part of the Adam project
or whatever.
Yeah, where he fucking didn't miss leg day for a while, and then what's her name disappeared. Yeah, spoiler. I
like this well enough. I'm going to go crooked though. It's not great. There's a lot going on here, but for issue 3, all right.
Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do crooked down then, so it's not take it or leave it. It's just a stay with it. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't. It
wasn't a terrible issue. No,
it wasn't horrible. I'll tell you that. It wasn't thumbs down, but it wasn't thumbs up. So
yeah, it wasn't like, oh man, they really progressed the story. Like we moved forward with a few things. Like they kept things rolling.
Well, they wanted to get the Inferno. It was like it was kind of almost like a pause. Like, hey, just to let you know, we're having these events come up. It's like, yeah, but we already knew these events are coming up. If you did, hold on. If you read no other DC book, then this is a great book to read. If you read no other DC book, none. But
if got everybody in it.
Yeah. Well, close enough. All right. What's up?
Move over to Marvel and check out Wolverine Revenge number 4. This is a BK pick.
I've read Old Man Logan before.
I didn't know we were jumping to Old Man Logan.
I read 1927?
What 1927?
1927 or 1972. Which was the one where they did or 1872. The like Marvel in the fucking West, Wild Wild West. I read that one.
Yeah.
So let's just hybrid those two together.
It was
the problem with it is the fucking the Rogues Gallery of Villains ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like they're pointless.
Well, because he fucking killed them all in the last issue.
Well, yeah, but they're also like the ones that were in this one.
That's what I'm saying. But the ones in this issue are like descendants or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Like they're knockoffs of
what? No, they're knockoff of one. Yeah, of what?
He just scratched like they were nothing. Like in the last issue. Yeah,
it's just a rehash. He's just got a grayer beard,
which was also very well groomed for one, and for two, if anybody would have put you in a lineup, to put that character in a lineup, you would not have said that's Wolverine. Until he had his claws out, like he didn't look like Wolverine. He looked like an old dude with a gray beard.
Yeah, I mean,
They didn't have like the
this is the only thing I'll give it to. I'm a sucker for post-apocalyptic like stories that don't have to really be fucking canonized and are fun and whatever. But like, I wish there would have been fire. Holy fuck,
Jesus.
yeah, fuck. Well, I mean, some people like to just pour straight mayo in their fucking mouth.
I will say this. At the end, I did like the bit with
it's me cosplay.
It looks like it could be cool.
It does.
Excited by that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this had some good. The one person they sees a week later, and then the person that's behind the thing there, those two parts are good. But the rest of it, the other fucking 20 pages,
the Omega, was it red, white, and blue, or red, black, and white, whatever the fuck colors that they told me they were? That was a waste.
Yeah,
of
red,
time.
white, yes. Well, we're not all Omega red. We're Omega white. Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
I will give it. But I do like the. I mean, I like Old Man Hawkeye. I like Old Man Wolverine. I like all that type of shit. I'll give it a thumbs up. I mean, a crooked thumbs up because it. And here comes Dub to give it a complete thumbs down. Crooked thumbs up for me.
I went crooked too, but
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got on this, Dub?
Hold on, I'm checking. There it is.
You gotta go all the way back. That's a full thumbs down, I take it.
That's a full thumbs down. What is this?
Shit.
Seriously?
What are those? He pulled a what are those?
You could argue with Matt because apparently this book was fire.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, Matt likes glizzies at Speedway, so I don't know. I mean, there's a taste for everybody.
Yeah, he's just.
Well, you and Matt both like this, so.
No, we gave it crooked. We said that. Well,
I like bits of it, but there are a lot of bits that I just did not like.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the 1 week thing, and but I do like. I mean, these is guilty pleasure reading all these fucking post-apocalyptic bullshit books that don't mean much. The only problem I had,
they were just fucking old-timey Western folks.
Well, yeah, but they went back to the Western because
they did, but it didn't seem like there was any like overarching like evilness outside that they had to contend with. It was just something happened because they had the House of Dead Rabbits, but the House of Dead Rabbits. I mean, you figure if technology's gone, so whatever you want to call it, yeah.
Except for some reason, Professor X's fucking glide chair was still all right.
Yeah, his chair was working, and Sabretooth was rocking it, missing an arm.
Hey, spoiler! All right, anyways, let's go next book.
We didn't spoil that much. All right. The most unlikeliest team up.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
But it wasn't good either.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't great. It was good. It got to the point both people were what you thought they were going to be.
I just had a hard time buying that Doom would call in a fucking raccoon for help with science.
I don't think that's no.
Well, maybe I'm just saying he's a proud fucking guy. Like, I get it, the magic. I got the magic covered, but I'm gonna bring in a raccoon to come help me with this because I can't figure this shit out.
Wasn't it like when Beast called in? Wasn't it like when Beast called in Dark Beast and MODOK?
Doom, but Doom ain't Beast.
I don't know. I didn't have that big a problem with it.
He ain't looking for help from nobody.
I'm giving it a thumbs up. I enjoyed it. I just don't think I'm going to enjoy much more Doom. The Doom's just becoming a corny Doom. So
he just missed. Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they mischaracterized one of the main players in here. That he would be like, I need help. What?
Well, the back and forth I thought was pretty good between the two. So
yeah, well, that's silly. That's silly. I can get that. The odd couple aspect of if these two were forced together, that's one thing. The premise of how they came together, I completely just don't understand. And I think that is
Pete.
Shitty writing.
Okay, Pete, it's called Dr. Doom and Rocket Raccoon.
I get that.
What you fucking think you were going to get?
I expected a little bit more out of J. Michael Straczynski.
Well, I didn't, so I'm giving it a thumbs up. It was what we thought it was.
Well, just to counteract it, I'm going to go this way.
Okay.
Dub.
Well, I have to I would have. This was better than reading that Wolverine book. So I gotta say, like this. I mean, it wasn't great, but I didn't have high expectations. Like
I didn't either.
My expectations were like here, and it definitely met those expectations.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And it was a little higher. Like,
yeah,
it was kind of funny. It was cheesy. It was all of those things, but I expected all of that.
It was what we thought it was.
Yeah, so I have to give it a crooked thumbs up because I have to be fair.
Yeah, if this were an Elseworlds title, like, oh, that's one thing. I don't think this was, which is why I have a problem with it.
Well, I think in the future I'm going to have a problem if that's the way they go with Doom, which is why I said
that's what I'm. Well, that's my problem.
That's what I said. Oh yeah, but that's not this book. But that's not this book. I'm saying like that's what I just said. I said I'm not sure I'm going to want to read any more Doom after this book, but this was what the fuck I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
and
that's
why
not living up to his amazing.
That Wolverine, all the background shady shit, and then you get fucking Ant-Man in the fucking bar with a bandolier on. Shut the fuck up.
Again, well, but this is what I'm saying. When you say the idea of, hey, it's Dr. Doom and Rocket Raccoon, it is what we thought it is. Depending on what the setup is. If you tell me, all right, big battle, somehow these two get knocked into some sub-universe, side universe, now they're stuck together, they have to work together. Okay, now I get to see these two interact. They're forced to interact that way. The way they wrote this, that Doom called in a fucking raccoon to help him with his time machine, seems completely contrary to what everything I think about Doom. He called in a fucking raccoon to help him with his fucking time machine.
I have a feeling you ain't gonna like Doom going forward.
This shit out. Let me ask the raccoon what he thinks. Seriously? I would have bought it if he brought Reed in before this. He called a fucking raccoon.
Well, I think that's probably what he did. All right, next up.
That's all I'm saying. Anyway. One more Marvel. Wait, nope, no more Marvel. Hyde Street, number 3, was our last book.
Listen, I think this is supposed to come out during Christmas. Don't care that it did or didn't. Fucking double thumbs up, triple thumbs up. The shit is fucking great. The series is fucking great. This is fucking the best thing in comics right now. It's fucking amazing, dude. This is just great. And I'm so excited for the next. I want to know. They introduced a character here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fucking interested. Dude, I'm fucking locked in, bro. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Dub?
I didn't read this one.
You didn't read this one? It's all right. I will agree with Marco. This was a good read. It does suck that it didn't come out closer to Christmas. I think it might have hit a little better, but I'm fine still following the Christmas story just a couple of weeks later.
Dude, the whole fucking
it wasn't that important. Like, you still get it. Like, when I got this Christmas story in July, I wouldn't be like, oh. But no, and the new character they introduced, I am completely on board to see where we're going with issue 4. I like the characters.
People ain't gonna fucking know. But how about when Pranky goes into the room, Mr. X's room, and goes, "What is all this bullshit?" Where you're like, "Oh, this is some cool shit he got here."
What are you little fucking warehouse? What is this? This is where you work? This is where you live?
What is this fucking horse? This is what you fucking got? What is this horse shit? It's like, oh god, that was funny.
Pranky. All right. Well, with that, let's just keep this thing rolling. Those were our regular reviews, but now
we did get some of the other books. There's a couple other books we wanted to review, but they didn't
we ran kind of short on time.
There was like 50 books in the list.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Well, we had to because we had to see what was going to be at the stores and what weren't.
Yeah,
some things weren't.
Yeah.
Right, with all the delays happening and stuff. Yeah, I mean,
you gotta do what you gotta do, brother. All right, next up.
But now we'll go with the retros.
As you can see, it says retro comic reviews on TAC and on Rennavision. There is no indication of BK here. It does not own this segment. Thank you very much. Okay, go ahead.
Well, we'll go with your first pick.
Okay, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Sure.
What is BK putting like scores in the chat for? Like, what does that mean? He's making numbers up?
Yeah, he just
Okay. All right, just checking. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I mean, come on, we don't know. It's like fucking sending us cease and desist with crayons. Who knows?
All right, so Daredevil 220. And these reviews.
This is DK. Hey, first off, this is a BK submission.
Are we spoiling this or?
No, I don't give a shit. People should have read it already.
Well, I mean, it is. It's decades old at this point. I'm just
The
curious.
fog whispers death. Okay, what the fuck was the fog supposed to represent?
What do you mean?
What the fuck was the point of the fog?
Well, I think this fog was just to kind of give you that sense of like gray, like the situation, like there's no right answer here. Because the whole situation, I think, with Heather.
Oh, I thought the right answer was to stay there with her and then shoot. Then
no, because he didn't want to be with
her,
and then that would be leading her on. Like that's not the right thing to do either.
Yeah, but should he have stopped with the cigarette? Do you think the guy with the cigarette killed her? He just lied. Oh no, that's right, because he said his heartbeat didn't go up. He's not lying.
Yeah, he said he's not lying. No, I think she did herself, but we'll see. I don't think Disney's got the balls to do this in Born Again, though.
Yeah, I mean, it also had. Yeah, I mean, he also was in the bar. That's supposedly
because she's in Born Again. She's the love interest in Born Again. I don't think they got the balls to follow it to do this.
No, not just that, but there's a lot of things in there from Born Again. There's the bar. There's the a couple other things. Yeah.
I mean, it was again. It was a well written issue. I'm a Daredevil fan. I like Daredevil. It's kind of fucked up, this storyline.
Who did the art on this?
Mazzucchelli.
Yeah.
I actually like the art.
I like the art.
I don't know. I'm giving it a crooked cut. I'm giving the story a thumb up. I thought it was a very intriguing story, very well done. You could even read it as a one-off. The art, crooked, but overall gets a thumb up. I mean, well, no, overall gets a thumb up because it's crooked art.
Okay, well, you were going with the crooked, so I thought I had to put a crooked.
Yeah, no, I was crooked on the art, but I still really I think the story, just how it was done and written. At first, I was like, okay, we see where this is going. And then when it was like, oh, wait, the guy with the cigarette didn't kill her. Oh, wait, this didn't. And you're right. Like, it doesn't, no matter what choice he made, the outcome probably still would have been the same. That's the funniest shit. It doesn't matter what choice he made. The outcome still eventually is going to be the same.
But so, Matt Murdock, he's still going to kick himself forever over it, so it don't matter. What you got, Dub?
This is it's a classic Daredevil issue. I remember reading this before, and I read it again, and it reminded me of what I read before. And I think you're right. No matter what Matt would have done, the story was so he could have not been in the story, and it would have been the same result.
He's Indiana Jones in this.
Yeah, Indiana Jones, right? Yeah. So but I got to give it. I mean, it's Mazzucchelli art. Mazzucchelli is awesome at. I
don't know how BK.
I don't know. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Turned out.
I give it a thumbs up.
All right. Well, this is obviously then a take it.
We got another viewer submission.
Who the hell recommended this? That wasn't
tell
you.
Don't I get sued?
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, Beware the Creeper. Amazing. Thumbs up. I mean, it's a great story. Absolutely amazing. Actually, this whole little run here.
I'll be right back.
This whole little run is actually pretty good. This becomes, for the people that don't know the backstory, the Creeper's got this little device that converts the reporter, because he does undercover work, to this Creeper type character who then is a vigilante who fights on the streets. Menacing laugh that hurts people and everything else. Ditko character, so you can't say much about it besides greatness across the place. And I think people don't realize just the depth of story that some of these early Creeper books have. Later on, after he came out of the cartoon and everything else, I think he changed a little bit, but like the art was good. The storytelling was great. There was a menace that was lurking, but I don't think it's the menace you think it was. I think Creeper, when he switch over, is the menace. So shout out it. Thumbs up on this particular comic and the series, the mini series as a whole. It was supposed to be a whole series, but I think it only went 4 in this, right? It went 4.
Was it only 4 issues? I thought it was longer than that.
5. Sorry.
I think it was 5.
But then there was the next Creeper. Yeah, then it went longer, and then it went longer after that.
Well, I don't know what the hell you said, but I know you said this. So
I know, but speaking of great people who show up first in a showcase, like the Creeper, Moana Beast. Yes, Animal Man. Shout out.
Who the hell were they talking about in the issue? Like, I didn't know if I was missing out on some like old timey slang. I was like, "What's a Grek?" Or they kept talking about somebody. He kept mentioning somebody. I don't know who the hell they were. Was it Greg?
Yeah, that's in the background here. Yeah.
Or
So like he's going undercover to bust some things, and that's what he's talking about.
Jack Ryder.
Yeah, Jack Ryder. Yeah.
It was something. It was something.
The art was good in it. You can't go ahead. Did you read it?
I got no complaints about the art. It was
no complaints about the art.
Wordy, as
really?
old books were. Old books were like that though. You get like this was a whole. If we were to do this story today, this is the whole fucking first story arc. This is 6 issues in one.
Yeah.
Like that's how they would have paced that shit out today.
Yeah. Yeah,
back then, it's like, well, no, we'll just take a pause. We'll throw like some fucking Richie.
Well, because of what happened. Well, because
they threw in the middle there for a second.
The hobby hints.
Yeah, whatever the fuck. I'm like, okay, there we go.
Well, it's because of what happens later on. Like, because eventually
the last page cuts off. I'm like, wait a second, the story ended, and then there's some other dumbass story that continued after it.
So like how the thing works is like he's got to turn the dial to turn into it, right? So later on, the guy that you're referring to is the guy who created it, and that guy eventually there's a problem with the two. I don't want to give away all the Creeper thing, but then Creeper really has a hard time changing back to Jack Ryder. So the guy the thing you're referring to, I believe, if you're saying it, is the guy who created the device, who later on becomes an enemy and has some of these menace after him. So, I mean, you just have to know the history of great characters in great books. But
well, I think you're overstating it, but I'll say this is a crooked. I mean, this is I'll give it a classic cult type character.
Yeah, it's entertaining. Yeah.
It's not, but it ain't terrible. It's just, it's what it is. It's an old book.
Dub, go ahead. Tell us how much you love it.
It's the crooked thumbs up simply for the Steve Ditko art. And that's the only reason.
That's the only reason.
The story's actually decent, guys. Come on.
It's all right. It's
all right.
It just didn't grab us the same way it grabs you. Not that I expect dumb shit that I like for everybody to like it too. Like, I get it.
Yeah, I think the whole series plays out a little better. I will tell you this. It didn't grab everybody because it was supposed to be like a year-long series. It only went 5 issues. So
I wonder why.
Just know that. Just know that. Well, Ditko also, too, was part of the reason why. But that's okay. We'll move on. All right.
It was the armpit hair. It was like the big red, fuzzy lion mane outfit.
Like a cape thing, dude. The best is when they pull his hair, it doesn't come off. He realizes that, like, the device changes him around. Which
changes everything. Like he was running up the steps. He was in a suit, and all of a sudden, like, whoa, he's got green underoos on.
Yeah. It changes everything.
That's how
they tested. I mean, they showed you a lot of stuff here. So, all right, next up.
Ultimately, though, it ends up with the Take It. We don't have an intro for the next bit, but we're gonna go over to TV and streaming. Oh wait, shit, we got to skip this because we actually don't need this segment because we are done with Creature Commandos. So we will move on to Netflix. For our next bit. So specifically new to Netflix, we will start off with first Castlevania Nocturne Season 2 started last week.
Okay, can I start on this? I'm not a huge fan of this style of cartoons or animation.
I love it.
The pause stuff, but I thought the story was pretty darn good. I thought overall it was okay. I'm giving it, like, once again, for somebody admitting that I'm not a fan of the animation, I'm giving it a thumbs up because I thought it was good. I'm going to get back to watching the rest of all the other stuff I'm watching because I'm rewatching Vikings season 4, 5, and 6. But after that, I'll get into Castlevania because it's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, if you didn't watch the first season, give that a look-see, too. Yeah. That'll help you.
I think I did watch the first season and was like, I don't like the animation in this, and stopped watching it because you told me to watch it. And then I'm like, I don't like the animation. But I guess
to be fair, I mean, I don't like. Well, I want to let Dub go, but I didn't like Nocturne as much as the original series. But it's still different. It's something new.
Double J likes it.
I didn't get a chance to watch this, Pete.
Okay. But yeah, you can see I'm fucking wearing the shirt. I'm in for Castlevania. I didn't get through enough of it. I got into the second episode and then stopped it and said, you know what? I got to go to bed. So I actually turned it off because I knew I was going to be able to finish it. It was like, I'm going to shift to something else to try to go to sleep too because I don't want to miss the storyline. But I like it. I say watch it. It's Castlevania. If you didn't watch the first season of Nocturne, check that out so you have a baseline of where they're at now with some of these newer vampires. You're in like the French Revolution. Like we got fucking... it's like in Les Mis times, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't watch because I haven't seen the first season at all. So I need to watch the first season for sure.
You didn't need to get into this one because they kind of do it a slow start, but it definitely would help to know where all the characters are and what they're what they're upset about or feeling. But it's a good thing though. We got through this. The next one is mostly for you because I still want to watch this show. I just haven't gotten to it yet. First season or second.
Oh, so yeah, we finished this series. Finished season 2, and I mean the first season was great because it was shocking, and this season you thought it was going to rehash a bunch of stuff, and it does a little bit, but it definitely took the story in a whole different direction.
Okay, that's good.
Things happening, were really good, and I was surprised by the ending and not. I guess it is. I mean, it's been out for. I'm not going to spoil any of the story of it.
It's almost a month. It's been almost a month. You don't have to spoil, but you can toe the line. You can get close.
All I'm going to say is that at the end of this, you expect like stuff's going to get wrapped up and but it doesn't, and it ends on a cliffhanger. So there's a season 3.
They come back.
No, it's season 3, and it's coming. It's already been filmed, I guess. It's coming out later this year. That was a kind of surprise.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. We don't get a Veronica Mars situation where
2025. It said it's coming 2025 at the end of it. I knew that before I watched going in because when I researched the news and stuff, I saw it, so I knew that was happening anyway. My wife did not know because she was like, "How are they going to wrap up all this stuff in one episode? There's no way they're going to finish all this."
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out it's going to be another season. So, but it was. I mean, it's well done. It's not happy. Like, don't expect to like be all puppies and rainbows when you're done watching this show. It's definitely. It's about people who are in a rough place in their lives, and then they put themselves in this game. So, like, it's definitely very just not happy is what I'll say. But it's it's a great show. I love it. I watch it. And yeah, the people that die, you're surprised and how and what happened, and it was fun. And I can't wait till the next one to come out. So.
Yeah, I plan to check this out. Like, I've been meaning to watch the first season for fucking ever, and now the second season, now it's like, well, now I really kind of have to. I'll get to it. I'm kind of curious.
It's
now
that
that I've watched Sandman, I have time to go to this now.
Dude, because I realize I haven't watched season 6 of Vikings yet, so I am going back and watching season 4, 5, and 6 of Vikings. So I don't think I'm gonna have time to catch up on this.
I've like missed out on some weird shit. Like, I still haven't seen the final season of Chuck.
I also was like, because I finished off that Game of Thrones book that I got for Christmas, I've been waiting for like a year to watch. I went back to watch like the last 3 because I was just like, no, because I was just like, I remember it being bad, but I remember people see, it's funny because I remember people arguing with me like, no, it was great because these two got, and I'm like, this makes no fucking sense. So now I'm going back and watching it, going like, this shit really makes no fucking sense. Like, those guys, people are mad about Martin not writing the book. Yeah, maybe, but I'm fucking even more pissed at what those fucking douchebags did to the end of that
I don't
show.
think that's the problem. I'm just again. I did.
Well, hold on. Here's part of the problem.
Wait. I did not love what they did either. I don't think it's the point of what they did. I think it's the speed at which they did it, where it didn't make sense. Like, if we had more time to fucking flesh this shit out, see her turn into more into her madness and whatever, it would play.
Oh yeah, so that didn't make it okay. So that last episode,
so quick, it just felt like
why did she kill the city? That's not part of her story.
That's what I mean.
But the problem I have too is the Jon Snow part, because Jon Snow, I've done it 100 times. Jon Snow is his kid with Dwayne's sister. Is what's his name's kid?
Who the fuck's Dwayne?
Dwayne Morningstar, the guy that kills at the tower. So Stark used to fuck the sister, and then he had to get married to the other. Then he got to marry Catalina.
Well, I know. I mean, we know Stark is the son of the sister, the from Winterfell, and
but there's two people that sucked on. But there's two people that sucked on Wally's. Aegon, Griff. There's two people that were.
I think it was Aegon. Was it Aegon?
Yeah, it was Aegon. Yeah. Yes, it was Aegon. So both kids were on the same tit, and what's her name, Wooly or Willie
wait,
or
no,
whatever.
No, wait. He wasn't
Aegon.
named Aegon.
Aegon is, yes.
Snow was named Aegon.
No, but not in the books. It wasn't. Aegon's young Griff. Aegon's young Griff, who is, they dye his hair blue. Remember Tyrant Lancaster runs into him when he's, on a boat.
Is he though?
Yeah, no, he is.
I thought
no, it's like official, like it's in the books, huh?
I thought that character was just saying that's who they were saying. That's who they were.
No, because Tyrant says, "I know who you are. You're It's in the official book of Fire and like Wicca of the same people that wrote that book. They say it's him. So then they came through. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They just did it.
No, I think the story that they ended up telling with Jon Snow being who he was, that made sense and made sense of how he was hidden that way. Like that bit I didn't have a problem with. It was just how quickly they just wrap this shit up.
Well, as long as you don't, it only makes sense as long as you don't acknowledge that Aegon is alive and that he's young Griff.
Well, they also didn't introduce that character into the.
Yeah, they didn't, but it's in the book. And well,
also,
but what was the last one that came out? Hold on.
They
to be fair, yes.
threw that character in the last book. Like all of a sudden, like who the fuck are we following now? Like
no, but they yes. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. Well, he was in. No, hold on. He was in an earlier book, but he was just he had one chapter on them.
Yeah, one chapter. Like what?
Then 10 years later, right as the show's going on, then all of a sudden they acknowledge, because that's when Peter Dinklage was like, yeah, dude, well, the character that Peter Dinklage plays was like, I know who this guy is, because I know
it was like the end of like the 5th book. It's just like one of the last chapters. Like, the fuck is this now? Who's this guy?
Yeah.
Don't be bringing in new people now.
Well, he was time out. He wasn't brought in. He was earlier. They had mentioned it, and that's so the whole thing of while they were saying the nursemaid or the milkmaid or whatever, the Wally lady, the whole part about that was because earlier on they had said it. They had said that they were milk twins or whatever the fuck they were. But that was in books so people had forgotten about it, and that's what he does with some of his shit. But anyways,
I know.
To progress.
Point being, we're fucking right in the jugular and twisting, like we're bleeding viewers because we're talking about.
Give me the thing. Give it to me. Well, we'd already been bleeding because we're talking about Squid Game too. Hit the thing so we could do the under the radar. So we can do the little.
You want me to hit the thing for the under? Where the hell is the thing for under the radar? Oh
I
shit!
don't know. Yep. All right. I'm confused by it. So under the radar, this time we did Marvel VST. We decided to do 2 shows because there's a couple, we saw the trailer for Daredevil. I didn't want to do it against Superman because Superman's a movie. So we decided to talk about Peacemaker number 2. We're going to cover a couple of these books on it, see how they work out, see what stuff's been made about it. And actually, there's been some rumors.
We got a few weeks to the next big movie, so we'll
Gunn likes to run his fucking mouth about all types of shit too. So we're gonna go into some of that too. But I started off with Peacemaker. I tried to pair these up so they're semi-reasonable, but you know as well as I do, or you're going to know, that DD1 is a lot better than the Fighting 5. I grabbed the Fighting 5. For those people that don't know, that's Peacemaker's first appearance, but also a book that a lot of people love, Peacemaker Volume 1, number 1, because he's on the cover and it says his name. Even though it's not.
It's not even that. Isn't that more like he looks more like who
he does? Expect. He looks more like.
He doesn't look that way in Fighting 5.
Yeah, that's his first appearance of him looking like that.
Yeah,
which is a first appearance.
Kind of helps.
Anyways, Fighting 5. Here we go. Raw averaging. Believe it or not, people are buying this book, selling for $200. 7 5s, $926.25. That is kind of a little bit closer, maybe, to the Daredevil number 1. By the way, 4.0 is still going for $4.95. That's a sweet. Once again, I have to tell you, if you are somebody who either doesn't, I think that's overpriced for a low grade, but if you're somebody who wants to make some money to buy a higher grade book, probably buying a lower grade raw, getting it graded, taking the dividends from that, and turning it into a 7.5 or a nicer book, a 6.0, seems very possible. Especially when raws are $200. So you're investing $200, you're investing $260, you're doubling your money on that $260, selling the 4.0, getting yourself closer and closer to whatever your goal is, to up and down. And I think we're going to talk more about that later in a different version. I think that's a thing we're going to start talking about. But when I tell you about this, this is kind of the stuff that got me with all these boxes and everything else, right? We used to do this a ton. You take books like this, you flip them, and that's a real flip, and then you make yourself get a better grade on a better book. So there you go. That's the Fighting Five. That's his first appearance. Tell you honestly, with Raws being at $200 on average, that's probably a book you want to buy now. Great. And then when the show comes back out, get a little bump. Speaking of which, here we go. The Peacemaker, number 1, his actual appearance of him like he looks nowadays. But here's what you got to know. There's 2 different versions of this book. Can you tell me what's the difference between these 2 different versions of this book? Dub.
The publisher, Charlton.
Yeah.
Versus Modern.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to tell you. People will still list it to as Charlton, even though the reprint has Modern Comics on it. So make sure that you look for the blue mark, because people will still be listing this book as a Charlton book because it's a Charlton's reprint and it's the Peacemaker. But you have to be very careful.
I think they just don't know. They just don't know the difference, and they just copy the last thing they see. And they just try to sell it that way.
So whatever you're going to do, just be very careful, because the Modern comic one, make sure you're looking for it. It is the reprint, and that's why you probably think you got to steal.
You want the 12 center.
Yeah, you want the 12 center. Right. Yeah, you want that one. All right. Peacemaker, here we go. 8.5 going for $625. If it's signed by John Cena, $750. If it is not, $625. So the You Can't See Me signature adds a whopping $125.
He's got to cost more than that to get his signature.
Hey, I can't help you with what people sell shit for.
I'm just saying I'm just saying, factor that shit into your plans.
Yeah, the average Raw sale, now probably not an 8.5, mind you, but the average Raw sale is going for $95. But then again, it also wasn't a 2.0, these Raw sales that were averaging $95, mind you. So it's somewhere between, I would say, the 6 and the 8 level that these $95 are going for. So might want to look at that. I didn't criticize Martin, dipshit. All right, next up, the competition that we're going for that's closest to at least Fighting Five. First appearance of Daredevil 1. Yes.
Okay, I don't want to hear shit about George R.R. Martin until he finishes writing his fucking books. There's no fucking excuse. It's been a fucking decade.
Okay, PPV, 2 hours, 30 minutes. Nelson Murdoch.
You owe me 2 books.
Not just the first appearance of Daredevil, also a first appearance of the Nelson and Murdoch attorneys at law. Also, Foggy. Well, why is this Foggy's first appearance and Karen Page's first appearance? Dub?
I mean, they're right on the cover, and it's got their names.
Mm-hmm. And it's got little arrows that point to them. Look, it points to Foggy's little like sideburn and into Karen's mouth. Okay. Either way.
Why'd you have to go that way with it?
Well, that's where it's pointing.
Well, we know what happens later on.
Well, it also goes into Matt's mouth too. Either way. Pause.
It goes into
either way.
Here.
No, did he?
I'm thinking about what happens to poor Karen Page later on in the comics.
Shimshi.
Her addiction and her career.
Okay, take it to dark places. That's Pete. Daredevil 1.
That's where the comics took it. I didn't write that shit.
Shit, I was going to bring this down. I've kept that. Look, during the pandemic, this book shot way the fuck up. Way the fuck up. For $1,000, usually be a pretty damn high grade copy. Now 0.5 is. I had sold my higher grade copy for a shit ton of money. I kept my 0.5, which has got, and it says it in the notes. It should not be there, but it's like post manufacturer staples in it. It has gluey substance on it, tape keeping the cover together. It should have been just like a fucking complete throwaway book, but they gave me a 0.5. I think they gave me more than 0.5. I think it's a 1.5 on it. Whatever. So I just keep it because I think it's hilarious that they graded it that way. It was a CGC grade, but CGC 0.5, $1,000, a 2.5 now, 1,628. Holy shit balls! What that could have bought you just a whopping 5 years ago. Amazing that it hasn't completely folded down. I told you the books are complete. They will. What's the fucking dipshit? Oh,
so 0.5 is your 0.5 a blue label?
It is. It's not a 0.5. I think it's a 1.5.
Oh,
even with
all that shit, it's listed with all that shit in it. It's listed as post manufacturer staples, keeping the cover, because this is when they used to give you like fucking notes like a motherfucker, keeping the cover together, adhesive from tape that's fallen off to, it doesn't call any of it resto though. No resto, even though it's all amateur restoration on it. Look, I mean, technically, if you put,
you must have got that done a while ago.
Well, some of us, unlike BK, have been in comics for a very long time, but yes, it's been a while. Anyways, next up, I just keep it because, dude, the notes on it are fucking. It's a page of notes, and I was like, "There's no way all this shit's wrong with it." I don't even know why I submitted it just to have, because I knew it was cheap at the time.
You have thumb scuffing?
Well, because I submitted it. By the way, I submitted it as Express too, mind you, when you used to be able to do it. I think it was $12. So I submitted to get graded $12. And I think the price at the time for this grade, I think it is a 0.5. I can go get it, but it's a 0.5 because I think this grade at the time was like $200 for a 0.5, just to tell you where the price is now for it. So I think you're lucky if you got $200. Like I could get $200. You had to have $200 that actually looked good. So, but they wrote a paragraph and a half on it. It was kind of funny. Next up, because we did the change of the suit for Peacemaker, we doing of what he looks like in the TV show. We're doing the same thing with Daredevil. We're giving him the red suit. This book is another one that has, dang, that's not the right price on the 0.5. Damn, I didn't change the numbers on that. My bad on that. But the numbers on the $200 to $400 raw is actually proper. This book is going in high grade for $200 to $400 raw, which is absolutely ridiculous. Or wait, maybe that's the grade number for, no. It would have to be for the raws, which I think is absolutely absurd. Pull up the numbers on the graded copy. It's definitely not what I put there, Pete.
All right. Well, look, it's 7, right?
Did not sub in. Yep.
God damn.
Why
are you showing me 75? Like I'm looking for.
No, you gotta go 7. Anyways, first appearance
fucking 7, but goddamn
of Red Suit and first appearance of a Submariner. Unbelievable that this book too has taken the type of height that it has, considering it's not really anything but a fucking costume change. But hey, you get what you get.
All right,
Are they fighting in the water?
No, I don't. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, 0.5 last sold for $100.
No. What's the shit? $100 for
0.5. Yes, for 0.5.
For a 0.5 of this book is $100 for a change in the color suit.
January 20th.
What's the highest grade that sold recently? Was there a 9.4? I think.
Of any grade? Is that what you're?
Yeah. What's the highest grade that sold in the last 30 days? That's usually what I do with my high grade.
Well, I'm looking the last one. So 6.5 sold for $450 today.
Nice.
Higher than that, a 5.65 for a 7.5 on the 12th.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That was the one I was going to use. I
mean, I can go back.
No, you're good. You're good.
All right, give me ballpark. $6.99.
Yeah,
just before Christmas for a 7.0 as well.
$6.99, and that's why raws are selling between 2 and 4 for the higher grades. I mean, crazy, dude. This is a crazy book. I don't think I'd be buying this book right now because it's too close from the raw price to the graded price. But fuck me, I'd be selling this thing if you can get it. All right, next up, let's go with the major villain of fucking Peacemaker, Amanda Waller. Yeah, of everything now. Hey, we got a little Legends Volume 1, 1986. How you doing? Also, some other cool stuff here. This is like the first. I think it's like the first bronze appearance of a couple characters and shit too in here. Oh, of what's his name? Billy, the guy that plays Shazam.
Billy Batson?
I think. Oh, he's on the cover right there. Yeah. I think it's like his first Bronze Age appearance or some shit. You know, DC. It's a first appearance of. They got to have 18 first appearances of the same fucking character. So there you go. All right. Raw is selling for an average of $5, but $9.8 for $500. That's because a lot of the raws were in pretty fucking cheap ass shit state. But 9.6s are also $120. So if you're not getting a 9.8 out of this, you can understand why the average for a raw is $5, because it's either gold or trash pretty much at this point. Because after 9.6, you might as well be fucking giving the book away because your grading fees are going to kill you. Okay, but still 9.8. Ooh, baby. If you can find a drop dead 9.8,
maybe you can get a nice $5 one that's a 9.6. You're still doing all right.
Yeah, you're still doing all right. You're not lying, dude. You are not lying. Wait a minute.
Wait
a minute. What year was this? 86? You gotta remember the new tier. Wait, hold on. You gotta remember the new tier years with fucking CGC now. Is it 90? What's the cutoff for?
Oh, of what they consider old or whatever?
Yeah, for Express or whatever the fuck.
I'll look it up though.
Anyways, look that up. But that's still like your yeah, it's a $5 gamble. Okay, one of the villains we know showing up here. Look at that awesome picture of Bullseye to the right. Daredevil 131. We got a little bit of a Bullseye situation coming out here. Marvel average Raw right now. Current grades are incomplete, but the average Raw sales and the price that's selling the most is around the $150 mark. 9 6s, $1,000, where 9 4s are $600. I'm telling you, I still think for how iconic this cover is, and the characters are.
It's 1975.
Oh, it's 75. Perfect. So it's
75 to present is modern.
Perfect. So we're good. Anyways, Daredevil 131, still a super chill book. I was gonna do Punisher, didn't do it. Did I do it? Maybe I did it. 96, 109, 94, 600. I mean, when you think Daredevil villains like when anybody in the modern, like what villain says besides Kingpin is a Daredevil villain?
It's Bullseye.
It's Bullseye. That is his twin.
I had a 9.6 of this too, and I sold it.
Oh fuck. Well, I don't know if you should have done that, Pete.
Well, I sold it for $575, and I put that money towards my Hulk 181.
Oh, fair.
Yep, that's
how I got my
fair.
I had to sell something to get the 181. I sold this. So
okay, yeah. I mean, that's a fair deal. I mean,
yeah.
I still love
miss
that
it though. I got a raw copy. But
right. That's all. You know what I do, Pete? Sometimes I get it like the Daredevil one. I keep the shittier copy because I don't have.
That's what I did. That's what I'm saying. I got a shittier copy, so I got a shitty copy. I'm fine with it. It's like
I mean, I never read a huge Daredevil run. Like I don't read a ton of it. I've read Daredevil runs, but spot runs. Never. I haven't been a full elitist from front to end. Excuse me. So yeah, I keep the cheaper copy there. Sell the bigger one, then buy something else with it. All right. Next up, Vigilante. Nice. Here's an interesting thing about Vigilante. We get a couple first appearances because, of course, we do.
He's not as goofy as he is on the show.
No, not in the book. He isn't. All right. Yeah. So, Adrian, the kid in the show that plays him, his name's Adrian. His first appearance is technically Teen Titans 23. Thank you very much. Also, there's another first appearance. Huh? Hold on. Pete, you're fucking doming Dub's part. But hey, there's also a first appearance on here that I didn't mention. Dub, is there any way you could guess it? Maybe who else's first appearance shows up in this book?
Well, the word bubble tells me that it's Starfire's sister.
Yes.
Named Blackfire.
Yes.
And she's on the cover.
Very good. So, double first appearance.
It's Purple Fire.
Jackass. All right, double first appearance, averaging Raws or averaging $10. You really can't get it graded because fucking nobody grades it. But his first appearance as Vigilante in the costume, the one that people know, also averaging $10. New Teen Titans, Volume 1, Number 2. Now, this is a higher $10 average, stronger at the $10, having books go into 12 to 15 for nicer copies, with the majority of them between the $8 and $10 range, where the other one was kind of more like a $10 getting towards the top, maybe $8, $11.
I'm trying to remember the annual. Is the annual square bound?
I believe this is square bound.
Yeah. Square bound, yes.
Yeah. All right. I thought, which it's a whole nother slew of problems depending on.
No, it's not, because nobody gives a shit. All right, next up. Oh wait, Punisher, Amazing Spider-Man number 129.
I'm not talking about the pressing problems. I'm just saying, if it's square bound, it's got a different set of problems.
Now here we go, another book that was undervalued, and this is where I kind of compare this to similar to a what?
No, I'm making that noise because I had an 8.5 of this once too, and I sold that.
Yeah, well, this is where I can't see why I don't see why Bullseye hasn't done better, but he also doesn't have a solo tile. But he's had it before. I just had it currently. Excuse me. 5.0 going for $1,000. Holy shit! Good for you, Punisher. And also, Spider-Man fans fucking suck. They drive up the prices of everything. But a 9.0 going for $2,900. Still staying strong. Maybe not getting the heights it used to have, pandemic style, but definitely getting that leftover side effect. Like, you go into the club and you get a chick and you think she's a 10, and then you turn over the next morning. Yeah, she turns out to be a 6. At least she wasn't a 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There you go.
I had an 8.5. Like I said, I had an 8.5 of this, but I sold it.
All right, there you go. Next up, the rumor is, and I didn't do rumors on this yet, but we know that Batmite, whatever shows up, bigger part in part number 2 here with the Peacemaker. Plus, I want to give a book to kind of even out the DC stuff, because if not, people would say that I hate DC. I don't hate DC. So I had to throw him a little bone with a character that may be a reoccurring character in Peacemaker, Batmite. Detective Comics, Volume 1, number 267. By the way, also listed that he's going to show back up if you check out the like little IMDb thing. I don't know that for sure, but whatever. May of 59 for Detective Comics. There you go. Volume 1, number 267. Once again, how do we know this is the first appearance of Batmite? Dub.
Once again, he's on the cover, and his name is on the cover because Batman meets him in this issue.
There you go. There you go.
Meets. Introducing.
Right. A 6.0 for this book, $1,000. I think this is a great book. $200 for a 2.5. Now, solid detective comic book. You will not get the gains, the ebbs and flows of the Punisher, but if you buy this in a 6.0, you'll get steadiness. Raws, LG, a low grade, that is, averaging $250. And by low grade, I mean anything below a full. It's more like 4 below, so pretty much 4.5 below. Anything under 5. There we go. Good book, though. Solid book. Pick it up if you get it cheap.
If you can
Plus
find
2,
it.
who the fuck's gonna?
Those 10 centers are kind of tough.
Yeah, I know, but this is one that's got Hagel room because it doesn't have a lot of play for it. So, all right, now let's get into rumor has it. Okay. First off, if you take the rumor is that there's a character in here. There's going to be a character, and it's a combination of Brian Butch Fisk, which he changes his last name to something else, which is Fisk's illegitimate kid, and the Rose. Like the Fisk is going to Bush is going to be the Rose. The Rose was technically Fisk's kid with Victoria. Vanessa, I mean. We don't see her being pregnant, but by this time might be an adult anyways.
Even if she was, like, there's not enough time. They just met in the damn Netflix show.
Who cares? So, well, the thing is, it's those two plus together creates the amalgam, whatever the fuck it is. Amalgam that is Michael Gandolfini in the fucking show. So which way does this go? If he turns into the Rose, is it the first Rose? If he doesn't turn into the Rose and he's just Butch, is he just the Butch? Well, we're going to give you the Butch first. Now,
I think he's Butch. That's my guess. That makes more sense.
Well, he could be both, though. He could be Butch and the Rose. That's what the rumor is, that he's going to be Butch and turn into the Rose. They're not going to use the old version of the Rose, which was, I can't remember the kid's name, but it was a Fisk kid.
It's Richard. It's Dick.
Oh, yeah, it's Dick, isn't it?
Dick Fisk.
Yeah, Dick Fisk. What a name. Daredevil Volume 6. That's the 2000.
That's why he became a villain. He got beat up as a kid because his name was Dick Fisk.
2019 version of Daredevil, written by Zdarsky. Some people say one of the greatest of all time runs of Daredevil.
They do say that, yes.
What the?
What, Corban? Jesus, we reviewed your comics.
Last goddamn
last minute.
I know, y'all. Sorry, I tried to get here as soon as I could.
It's all right. Don't worry. There's some more DC slander coming up. Daredevil 13, the 2019 run, not 2020 run. However, Kingpin are both covers. Oh shit! I didn't give the prices for that. My bad.
It's all right. It's not that.
It's
much.
not anything. Okay. Here we go though. Also, the first Rose, which is Amazing Spider-Man 253. We know it's the first Rose because.
Oh, there's a Rose on the cover.
Yeah, and it says Rose. But technically not the first appearance of the character, just the character Rose in the mask and all because he came back and killed people. 9.8, 125. Newsstands at 9.8, $200. Raw is averaging selling 12. And by the way, those sale prices for the 9.8s were right after the fucking trailer came out, which is where the linking comes up there.
This book started to sell the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, not a lot of movement before that. Okay, let's go to DC's rumor. So as we all know, DC, as we know, DC at one point, Gunn is all DC, whatever DC posts, people think. So we're looking at a picture that Gunn had posted, this is a while ago, of this saying Peacemaker 2. This person's in there. Some people say that it's Apache Chief from the Super Friends. other people, what?
So.
Well, the other people say it is Raven here. By the way, Raven is the counterpart in mainstream DCU to Apache Chief. We can't cover Apache Chief because he's not a comic, so we will be covering. We'll be covering Raven. Raven is got a bunch of crows on the beginning of the cover because what says Raven like a crow, and he's in JLA 66.
I watched Sandman. There's a difference. Matthew the Raven told me there's a difference.
Sure, I agree.
There's a big difference. Yeah.
But also, there's
they
a
got
rumor.
Black beaks. So what the hell's this? What do we got crows on here for?
There's also a rumor that a certain tech figure has been seen in a gun project, which Tuz. I'm not going to try to even say that name because I fucking up people gonna be. Thank you very much, Tazuma, who was a old what? Yeah,
there's a K at the end.
Yeah, thank you. Is an old Aztec priest that also shows his first appearance in here and kind of mechs out a little bit in it. I don't know. Either way, both first appearances in this book. Make sure when you're searching this book, just
fix this up with Armorines from Valiant because that's
I swear to God, that's what's in this book, bro. I double checked. JLA 66. It's tough to find the book. You got to kind of figure out the listing for it right. 2002 helps you get it. Very cheap book though right now. Average raw about $3. But hey, I mean, $3 gamble. I've seen people make gambles on worse shit.
You can find a lot of that JLA run. You can find a lot in those dollar bins, etc. You can find those books in there.
Yeah, it's really weird because people list it as JLA Volume 1. But whenever you try to look JLA Volume 1, it always does Justice League Volume 1.
Mostly because most of the Justice League listers will throw JLA in there at some point. But this title is actually just called JLA.
Yeah, it's a 2002. Yeah, it's just JLA. So
this
it's
is the
tough
one
to
that
find.
had like fucking with the Tower of Babel storyline in there with the Prometheus and whatnot. Like, there's a lot of good stories.
This is Grant Morrison, right?
For a while. At this point, what was it? Joe Kelly? I think?
Yeah.
Kelly. Yeah.
Well, that's by 66. What I mean, like Morrison had a good run.
It was the earlier part of it. All right. Anyways, there you go. So the cheap book you might want to get. Also, too, it has been mentioned in that piece. I mean, Peacemaker has mentioned the name, and also I might add, Gunn has played back and forth with he was going to show up or he wasn't. However. We all know Green Lantern's Green Arrow's first appearance. I don't want to do that. What I want to do is maybe Gunn goes a different route. He gives us Speedy. Shout out Roy Harper. I also, Adam. I don't technically hate him. Now listen, More Fun Comics, Volume 1, number 37. Hard book to find, but I'll give you the junkie thing. We might get a junkie version of Speedy, which is just down the Arsenal. The Arsenal's fucking stupid. Red fucking Arrow.
Red
8.5. I also didn't want to do like every version of them like we normally do at DC.
Poor Tim Drake was stuck as Red Robin forever.
Yes.
Like sometimes dudes get stuck with some shit.
I actually had to explain that because I was reading. I bought the TPB of what's the what? Oh, the Court of Owls story.
Yeah.
And I was reading it, and actually, I'll be honest, I should show it to you. It's a mini. They're called DC has these mini TPB like collections. They're fucking horrible. You can't read them because the print's too small in it. So even my son was saying it. He's like, "Dad, how are you reading it?" I was like, "I give me the spectacles. I need to put the spectacles on." But in there, Robin, they show the suits, and he's like, "There's difference." I said, "Yeah, that's Red Robin." Blah blah blah. Anyways, so I wanted to do Junkie Speedy because I think it's funny. Instead of doing the 15 different Arsenal's first appearances and whatever else. Plus, I do love selling Adam's books, even though I think the guy, the artist, was a piece of shit human being. I could still separate him from his art. 8.5, averaging $250. However, a 9.8 goes for $1,560. This is a dip from when he died, but still holding pretty strong there. And 8.5 is a common grade you can find in this book. I know this for fact because I've probably sold 20 of these in an 8.5. Got them graded.
Well, I know you're trying to push the other Arsenal red.
I'm not trying to push that shit. I'm not going to cover all those guys.
No, you know what I'm saying. But if Green Arrow were to show up in James Gunn's universe, who would you like to see play him?
Green Arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the guy who played Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Cary Elwes? Too old.
For sure.
No.
Somebody
Ryan
got
Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds.
No.
That was a joke. I don't have it.
Charlie Hunnam.
Thank you, Dub.
But I just think because of how
Charlie
he does.
Hunnam is the dude, Jax from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, for
He
sure.
would be good. I just watched.
For sure, he would be good. But just how they do the sidekick thing, like I would think that they bring in like they're not going to bring in Green Arrow. I think they bring in somebody other than that. All right. However, we've got so now we got first appearances really quickly. Since we did BK's book with Daredevil, we've also seen, and they were at Josie's bar.
Wait, hold on before we move on. Remember how you said James Gunn said Suicide Squad was not canon?
Yes,
right.
But meanwhile, at the end of Peacemaker, which I'm assuming is canon because it's Gunn, right?
Yeah,
he had fucking Jason Momoa's Aquaman in it.
That's not canon either. That was part of the article. That
he can just make whatever he wants.
The Justice League.
I don't count either.
Peacemaker is technically the same because it came out before only Creature Commandos is full canon.
Only Creature. Okay, I got it.
Only Creature Commandos. Everything else is maybe. If he wants it to be, I guess.
Okay. You're doing Josie's Bar, huh?
Josie's Bar, first appearance. Yeah, there we go. BK,
the bar with no name.
Hey, listen, BK, I get it that you have problems socially. I understand that. I've been trying to be nice to you lately. I'm even giving you this book here as a peace offering. But if you keep it up, I'm going to have to lay the smack down on your candy ass. All right.
I like this book.
Daredevil, 160, right? This is a great little first appearance. Raw is going for $15, $30, more than I thought it would be going for. Daredevil run for the longest time was cheap as shit. 9.4s, however, you might as well just break that shit open and resell it.
9.4s a run where they just said, you know what, you gotta make this work with Black Widow. You two are in this shit together.
Yeah.
Why is it so cheap? Like from someone who's not a comic like grader / collector, like is there a reason? I mean, obviously those characters are well known. It's not like if it was
DC, hold on. If it was DC and the first appearance of a famous bar that shows up in a TV show, it'd be worth a lot more. Marvel doesn't care about that shit.
No, that's not why. Because the problem is, if it were DC, it would have shown up first probably in the 40s,
fair,
as opposed to the 70s. So
and also the better character run than Daredevil's run, even for Daredevil. Like we just looked at Punisher versus Bullseye, which would be semi-comparable, and it's not. Like the prices of it's just you could get the low grade for a Punisher. We can go back to it for $1,000. What you could get Punisher compared to $1,000, what you could get for fucking first Bullseye. Just
you're
getting up two fucking high grade. You get high grade with it in fucking Bullseye. You're getting low grade fucking lower grade.
I mean, Villain Spec also doesn't hold as well.
Maybe I don't think that's true. No, I don't. I think that's an old argument that's not true anymore, especially since Thanos. That is not.
Yeah, but look where Thanos is now. Nobody gives a shit again.
Still give more of a shit than they used to. Same thing with Kang. They give a little bit more.
He's right around where Bullseye is.
So you're saying it's like it's more gimmicky, like right now.
Before that, he was 2 or 3.
Is that what you're saying? Like it's not lasting value; it's more like spikes, depending on whatever property is.
Yeah, Marvel has a spike issue problem too, where DC has. I said it earlier when they have a stronger.
It's logistics, though. I mean, a villain shows up for maybe a movie, maybe a TV show or series, where like the hero could have multiple seasons, multiple movies. So it lasts.
You could say that
his name's on the cover.
You could say that, but then I'll raise you ASM 2, 3, 4, 6, 50.
I know. Yes, obviously the classic villain. I mean, you go back into Penguins and fucking first Jokers and Catwoman's. Yes, those books are going to be expensive, but when we get to more of the modern age, the modern hero is going to outduel the fucking modern villain every day.
Yeah, but hold on, Pete. You're rearranging a narrative too, because those ASM books, like 14, all those, they were sub for the grades that now are. I mean, I know because I was selling them. Like even 2, 3, 4, 5, those in like 6s were like a $200 book, $200-$300 book, not less than a decade ago, and they are not anymore in the same grade. So like. They've started to catch up on and that's Silver Age, and they've started to catch up on the DC Silver Age, not as much as it has, but DC Silver Age has had their 10% gainers over 2 years.
How much of that though is because they are first Scorpion, first Doc Ock, whatever, or that they're just early ASM? Like It's just ASM as a whole.
No,
all man.
ASM as a whole was only at that point. I think now that people were saying, "Hey, look, these are their firsts and their characters that keep printing up." I think, yeah, getting knowledge out that is like, and the prices were so cheap comparative. Yes, I'll agree. But we're talking about comparing them to Silver Age, which is actually not even first appearances. Some of them.
Yeah, the Silver Age DC. That's some.
That's technically they're not first appearance.
Yeah, then we're getting into.
But what I'm telling you was
they have the argument.
But hold on,
appearance.
If I may,
that shit.
The value of Silver Age villain first appearances were at one time greater than even early ASM. Like, and it's not that case anymore. They're starting to pick up to catch up. So you'll see a little bit of an ebb and flow, especially during the pandemic when Marvel, all the key, because it's still a key, those key books popped up really high. Now they're settling and they're staying at their same, and you'll see a little bit more towards DC, where DC fandom and DC collectors have always used it as investment books. We will get into it some other day because I think that's something we've been working on.
We're talking about that's a different market.
Yeah, but that's the truth of it. So 9.4 though, PGX or I put PCX. PGX at 9.2 selling for $23.50. Hey, if
you don't mind this,
I don't know. That seems like somebody overpaid. I'll be honest with you. All right. Next up, we saw her already. He didn't like it, but anytime we can talk about a gypsy, we will. Von Doom's mom shows up in the book that we actually read today, Rocket Raccoon versus Dr. Doom. So I decided to give some Marvel goodness and drop you onto a little bit of knowledge of nonsense. This book, which is Astonishing Tales number 8, not a book many people will know, but the witchcraft that they're talking about for Dr. Doom is actually his mom. Okay, and there she is to the left. To the right, it also got
Kragnog the Killer.
I knew Pete was going to say that. Why Kragnog the Killer is fucking interesting.
Or Kragrock.
Yes, Kragrock is because Satan created a stone person to try to kill Doom.
A golem.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's a Satan golem. All right. This book, number 8, 9.6 goes for $148. A high grade copy, raw, $40. Low grade, $10. I don't know. Interesting. Who knows? But if we get Doom's mom, I don't know. I just think it's a cool book. I'm actually going to start looking for it. And finally, probably the greatest book that we've seen on this list, Showcase. What are you pulling?
This is just you just fucking shoehorning the creeper in here.
I'm not shoehorning
this shit. Now you're making us look at the book.
No, I did. And we read one book. We read a Marvel book. I gave you a first appearance of it. We've read a DC book. I'm giving you a first appearance of it. I couldn't really give you a first appearance on. Hold on now. To be fair, Pete, I do that in all the times with our first appearances and Under the Radar. Go back and watch the tape. BK didn't give us a book I could read
in this one.
Who cares?
Couldn't really do it with the BK book, so I had to do something comparable. The only comparable book we could do is this book right here, The Creeper. It's at Showcase number 73. Thank you very much. Let's just talk about the Creeper and his awesome powers here. Shout out cosplay guy. This is BK's brother.
Looks like he was hiding underneath the great trash heap on Fraggle Rock.
He has accelerated healing. This is why all the things that he's great. I was trying to let you guys know, but I knew we were going to get to it anyways. He has enhanced reflexes.
All right, go ahead. Tell me his powers. Go ahead, go through it.
Hypnotic, intimidation.
Please read the paragraph.
The best is his laugh is pain inducing. He has superhuman agility, enhanced speed, superhuman stamina, and superhuman strength. I mean, what a great fucking hero this guy is. Or at least you could call him a vigilante. There you go. His strength is enough to send a grown man flying with only one punch.
So the vigilante was in new Teen Titans Annual 2.
Well, he's technically like a vigilante type character. Believe it or not, he's not a hero or villain.
Reading this shit is pain inducing.
This is fucking his laugh is so physically painful to ears of his victims. Amazing, absolutely amazing. And he can get stabbed and shot, and he just heals from it. So there you go. Perfect. That
is the worst though. When you ever get those laughs where they hurt and then you can't stop, you can't breathe. Those are the worst. So I get you.
Some of those laughs and it hurts.
I feel you.
For sure.
7.5s going for $190. I will tell you. Yes, I know the witch. Yes, yes. Raws, by the way, high grade used to be $50. This is actually steadily. It went up a little bit during the pandemic. Now still steadily sitting at $85 for high grade, $35 for low grade. 7.5 is going for $190. I don't know why. I have this book. I've got like 10 copies of it. I don't grade any of them. To be honest with you, now that they're getting up to $85, I don't think I'm going to be buying anymore. But teach their own. There you go. Showcase number 173. DC wins the week. I just got to say, they win the week because of that book. There you go.
Let's go.
You realize you cheered because of the creeper.
He doesn't care. DC won this one.
Made my whole week there.
Yeah, sure. Yep, right. You don't get sarcasm. All right. Either way, here we go.
Holy shit.
There's probably, I think there's definitely creepers in those books right there. Anyways, that's what we got. Thank you for showing up, Corban, for the end of the show.
I know. I know. I'm sorry. I'll try.
Hey, wait. Can we go back to reviews? I do want to get. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, I want to get his honest opinion. Did you read?
Wait, I gotta bring this shit up. You gotta give me a second.
What?
So there was like so many DC books in the like that we were supposed to read, and I read some of them. We didn't even review them. Corban,
which ones?
DC got scammed. There was a Wonder Woman book in there.
We reviewed those. We were taking a pee.
The regular.
Yeah, you went to the bathroom. You missed the beginning.
You guys went on with that? Oh, dang.
No, all right, go ahead. Did you read
Wonder Woman?
Go to the next. Go first one. First one's Absolute Wonder Woman. Did you read it, Corbett?
Started, didn't finish.
Okay. The next
Martin
one
didn't
is.
like this one.
I didn't like it that much. I thought it was a waste. Yeah.
It kind of felt slow to me. Which is
I was
why
exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Marco was more on board for this one, the regular Wonder Woman title, which I was the crooked. Marco was the full. See, we did do it. You were just wrong. You were
gotcha.
You thought it was good? I thought it was good too. I really thought it was good. I thought this was
good. I liked it too. I thought this was good. I like.
Yeah, Pete's wrong.
I'm not wrong. I just didn't know it was lost because I haven't been reading Wonder Woman. That's all.
I thought it was really good. I like the art in this one. I like the fact that
I love the art. It's great.
Yeah,
I was telling Marco, like I was just confused. I'm like, oh, I thought that was Wonder Woman. No, it was Donna Troy. Like they had every fucking.
Yeah, but they had him on the cover, Pete. All the covers except for this one.
But in the story, they didn't explain who was who until we got to see them.
Well, you're supposed to know by what
you had to follow the book a little bit, you know.
Yeah, you had to read the words.
I get what you mean.
I read the words. You see a silhouette of Donna Troy in the shadows. You can't tell if it's her or Diana. They both have dark hair.
Tell him, Corbin. Yeah, no shit.
I gotta say, Pete, I'm sorry. That's just context clues, my friend.
Context clues for what?
To know the difference. I mean, that was not even a concern.
Hey.
Wow. Hey, different books.
The only clues, Corbin, the only clues Pete needs is Blue's Clues. If they ain't Blue's Clues, he ain't getting it, bro.
Blue's Clues.
Oh, man. Okay. I'm sorry, Pete. It just wasn't I guess I didn't have that issue, so it's harder for me to get it, but I understand where you're coming from. But no, I thought the book was a good book.
Yeah, but again, I didn't read I haven't read a fucking regular Wonder Woman.
You don't have to.
That's what I mean. I didn't think you. Hey, okay. I guess in this one, I get what you mean. Like you kind of just jumped into the series. I just thought it made sense.
That's all I'm saying. I saw the bit Giganta walking through. She's walking out, and then she gets jumped by a Wonder Woman. I didn't know which Wonder Woman until later when she grew up 5 pages later.
With all due offense,
and then they showed me, oh, it's Donna in her outfit. Nobody told me that until I saw that later.
With all due offense, Pete, your little brain can't figure it out because we read Wonder Woman 2 months ago. So we only missed one Wonder Woman in between the two Wonder Womans.
I don't remember that.
And
that's what I said.
Well, there we go.
That's where the offense is. All right.
How is that offense?
Did I read Justice League number 3?
Yes.
What's that? Did y'all read Justice League?
Okay, yes. Go. I want to hear your opinion because then I want to tell you my opinion. I think you might find it as a fair opinion.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was hoping I didn't like this one. I was
same page as me.
I thought I was trying to go too many places.
Not too many.
I thought there was.
I agree, Corbin. You're saying? Did you watch the show and then just take what I said because you didn't read the book and then
you know what's hilarious? No, I did not. Like I was literally at work, ran over. No,
all right, go ahead.
Elongated Man. That storyline just kind of popped in out of nowhere, and I've read the other 2 issues, so no, that wasn't a subplot I was aware of.
No, where you can't get in anymore, and then yeah.
And then they shoehorned the green in there. Obviously, like you had Swamp Thing, that was a thing, but originally it was the original Fires. Then they had what you have the Martian Manhunter that kind of tied in from issue 2, but also didn't because we didn't see him.
I forgot.
That was the reason why Batman wasn't there. They drew him. Like, it's a lot going on. The line,
and then they had to do the Adams thing. The fuck it. Why are we like we know the Adam event is coming?
That just
so this is what I also said at the end. This is why I said at the end, Corbin. If you haven't read anything else in DC, this book might be okay for you. But if you've read one fucking DC title, this book is like, why the fuck are we doing this?
Yeah, it's like how are you gonna take it? It's almost like I thought that it was really tight. I thought that it was tight before.
You
like,
should still tell me which Wonder Woman was fighting Giganta in the last issue.
Well, I just feel like there was so much going on. Like, the cover shows like 8 different characters, and that's what it felt like reading the book.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
and
It's
the
like
artwork,
Paz.
I love Moore's art. I think his line work is great, but I think maybe whether it was due to the scenes he was drawing, it just felt chaotic in this one.
This is
Like,
the other part too.
I like
With
Moore's art.
the Swamp Thing part 2, by the way, if you don't know what's happening, I don't know if it's going to be a shock to you or if you're just going to be fucking lost. Right?
Yeah.
Because they're going to him for something, and then all of a sudden something happens. I don't want to spoil it, but like, I think if you didn't know what was happening, like what's going on with Corbin's fucking camera right now, like, fuck, you might be shocked.
I'm house sitting, so I'm not on my. You see my setup. This isn't my setup. I had to put my charger in because my laptop was down.
I thought the wife just was like, get all that bullshit kitty stuff off the wall from now on.
No, she may not be great on it, but she knows where I stand with that. Thank you. I pick my fights, but that's one. But no, with that being said, no, she's supportive. Anyway, going back to it, yeah, I just, like I said, I thought it was all over the place. I did not enjoy it, and I was looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I know you're a big hyper of it.
Yeah, it almost felt like, and I hate to say this, but like Absolute Batman, I started off
2
so
is good though.
Huh?
2 is good though.
Yeah, like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, each one, no,
that's
one.
why, because when you said it, I said I was going to suggest this book, but because we did the 2 Wonder Womans, and I was like, fuck it, let's just do it. But then I read it and I was like, what the fuck?
That's how I felt. Because I saw it, I was like, yeah, like I was excited to read this because 1 was great and 2 was pretty good. And then this one came and I was like, it didn't turn me off. I'm still gonna read it, but I'm also like, oh, okay, I guess.
I think that's the problem I had with Wonder Woman's 2, though. I read the real Wonder Woman's first, and then I read Absolute Wonder Woman, and I was like, oh, what the why? It takes us that long to get the fucking Final Fantasy fucking sword out of the ground to fucking cut open the thing we're supposed to be doing again.
Yeah.
You needed her arm back.
Huh?
Absolute Wonder. She needed her fucking arm back.
Well, you don't need fucking 30 pages for that.
Well, she's been without her arm for a couple of issues.
Okay, then just go without it. Fucking take that sword, put that bitch in your stub, and stub that fucking.
She had a Hephaestus arm that she needed her real arm back to do this, and she had to
stub that fucking arm out there. Cut that bitch off. Stub it in that bitch. Ha ha! Now you're fucking Bruce Campbell.
Justice League Unlimited. I was a crooked up. I didn't love this. I think that was all right.
I thought it was bad. I was right on with Bruce. All right.
But that's it. Those are our DC books. I don't know if you got to the Marvel stuff, Corbin, or not.
Some of it. I didn't get to all of it. I'm gonna catch up most of it.
No, we're good. That's it.
But for right. I hate missing the comic reviews. That bugs me.
Yeah, this.
Right.
Oh, fucking.
Was this good? It didn't look good.
It was what you thought it was gonna be. So it's pretty good.
I'm saying that.
For J. Michael Straczynski, I was looking forward to it. Then I saw the cover and I was like, wait, what?
I'm not saying that. It's not what
how good do you think a Doc Doom Rocket Raccoon book's going to be?
About a C.
Okay, it was about a C.
Okay,
I told you
it's what you thought it was going to be.
Differently.
Okay, it is what we thought it was.
Yeah, it is what we thought it was.
No, what they could have done was not mischaracterize Doom and have him call a fucking raccoon for help.
Dude, hey, Corbin, I'm gonna send you a thing. I'll send you a list of what it is. I just picked up a hardcover book. It is on clearance for $2. It's DC
$2
through DC. Here, hold on. Let me. If you guys want BS for a minute, I can go grab it. Hold on. Man, no, because then you can pick out a story for us to read.
Okay, I'm with it.
Let's wrap it up at midnight.
Wrap that guy.
We're having shorter shows.
Yeah.
Y'all need to start an hour later for me. No, I'm just kidding.
We're actually starting an hour earlier next week.
An hour early next week.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Next week I get out at 5 my time, so I'll be able to be on the whole show.
Yeah. Well, we're having a special guest that we need to accommodate their schedule, so we'll be starting
a super secret special guest.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I was already gonna come anyway. I'm still excited. Let's go.
We're gonna have to do the order a little differently to accommodate our guests.
Yep.
We'll probably do stuff with our guests first, and then we'll get to like the news and the
Oh,
reviews.
even better. Let's go. I miss doing the yeah. Okay, cool. I love hanging out with y'all in general, but I love the news segment, the comic stuff. Like every time I come, it's at the end anyway. So that sounds good.
Yeah, so we'll do it a little reverse style for next week because again, got to accommodate our guests. They got it. They're in a different time zone than us. So
a super secret global guest.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm intrigued.
it'll be fun. Where the fuck is he? Did he go to the store to go buy this $2 book?
He has returned.
Where the fuck you been?
Had to run up all the ask Corban how tall my house is.
Oh yeah, your house is tall. It's 3 levels to this, and I know where you are, so you're right. It's
I had to go all the way fucking up to the master suite, dude. Bitch, I did that shit in record time.
You're reading that on the crapper? What was it?
It's a run.
Yeah, I was, as a matter of fact. Upstairs crapper. So DC's, yeah, I saw this. I thought of you, and I was like, shit, man, this might also help too with our picking out stuff.
Awesome.
So it's DC 80 through the 80s.
That is awesome.
But then I looked at the back, and it only said the artist. It didn't see what books were in it, but kind of gave a look.
Yeah,
but those are all the artists instead of the stories.
Amethyst. Look at Amethyst.
Well, hold on. I could go over some. So let's see what we. So it's on the rack, and it's half off whatever this price is.
Yeah, make his. Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah, we're putting you on the big screen so you can.
Okay, so it's $10.
what
$10.
you're looking at
$10.
with that.
So it's
Not bad.
$10 for all this.
That's still a deal. That's still a deal.
Yeah, for that big ass book. That's fine.
Yep.
Yeah,
So they start off with part 1. Anything goes. Let's see if we can see any of these titles.
Yeah. Okay, I see that.
Past the Future King. So we're gonna get a little bit of weird stuff in there.
Is that Alan Moore's Swamp Thing?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that book has Action Comics 583, Detective Comics 500, The Flash 296 to 298, Jonah
Thank you.
Hex 54 and 55, Superman. There's a huge long list. I mean, there's so much more.
Camelot.
Keep going if you want.
Keep going.
It's got Warlord 42, House of Mystery 286, Random Issues through 321, Superman 423, Wonder Woman 311 and 12, Brave and Bold 200.
No, this doesn't have
War
that.
Tales 93.
I think you got the wrong one. No, this got, oh
DC
shit, it's got Sandman.
Through the 80s. Isn't that what it is?
Volume
That's
2.
Sandman number 8.
The volume 2, the experiments.
Oh, volume 2.
The experiments.
Yeah, I was reading volume
Yeah,
1. Sorry.
because it's Secret Origins 48, Swamp Thing 40, Sandman number 8. Yeah,
Warlord. Sandman 8. That's death.
You got some. There's some really good ones in here.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, pick something out of there. The next week you're going to be on, and we will read through it. And
I'll be there next week. On
you
time.
could go head to head against BK to see
guy.
who's better.
Oh, I'll whoop BK. I mean, I'm trying to start peace with BK, but he don't touch me on.
No, just do it back and forth.
All right, let's do it. All right, I'm down. Yeah, for sure. Let's do the
Absolutely.
Alan Moore. I mean, the Swamp Thing. We were just talking about him.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah, usually when somebody starts saying the wrong thing, though, we stop them here. Amadeus. Nice fake name.
Yeah. Wrong thing.
Well, no, it was. He was going through the wrong list. We had to say.
I was
No, I think the interrupting was from before.
From a long time ago, yeah.
A long time ago.
It's 12:32. It's when I came back down when I was trying to give it. No, it was. It was like 2
Wait,
minutes.
how am I a fraud, BK?
That comment was there before you were back.
Hey,
I'm calling you out,
no
BK. We already got
What's
the
that?
book. Look it up. Let's go. Come on the show. Show your face, coward. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
He can't. His mom doesn't pay the internet for him to do that.
Oh, I should know that too. Tell her I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
All right. That said, while you flip through your book, we good? Because
yeah. Oh, Frank
started.
Miller's Rodents in here too.
It's only been 3 hours. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yo, let's do
Yeah.
that.
It's a good book. Yeah. I'll go buy another one for you. So when you come back to
Hey,
Detroit, you can have it.
man.
This time, bring a bag you could take back with you though.
I think I'm just gonna try to stick. I think I might do the challenge again, Marco, and stay with you in May. We'll see. No, I'm playing.
Well, this is what you said. You said mail that shit back to you, and I said, "You know, there's no shot I'm mailing you any of this shit that I gave you.
Yeah.
No shot.
No way.
No shot.
You should have left it with me, Corbin. I would have mailed it. I would have sent it
Anyway.
to you, Corbin.
Huh? What'd you say, Dub?
Next time you leave it with me, I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
I appreciate
I
it.
gave him gifts.
No,
not just
did.
for him, for his family.
You hooked
He's like,
me up
"Could you
with the
just
book
mail-"
for my brother, and I was like, I had one duffel bag, y'all. I was not prepared. I didn't get enough sleep. I was not
Dude,
prepared.
I had to give him clothes.
Next time I come, I will be ready for everything because your boy was tired.
I'm not giving you any more shirts.
No. I appreciate. I'm wearing the. No, you hooked me up on that too because I came with like 3 shirts and like 2 of them were these basic. I'll be ready. It's okay. I got plenty of time till May. I'll be ready.
All right, sounds good. All right,
Anyways, y'all. I know y'all probably wrapping it up now.
we are. Let's go.
So are we done? Are we done talking about?
I think we're done.
Go ahead.
We're done.
Tomorrow, are we debuting a new show tomorrow, Pete? Is that true?
I think I'm gonna. If I can get it done, I will try. Otherwise, it might have to go Saturday because we might have an empty spot on Saturday.
Gotcha. So
If I can't get it done, but I do have a new show idea for you all.
All right. So possibly a new show tomorrow.
Oh, that's
And then it's a pretty good idea. I kind of like it. It's all over again. And then Friday, 9
Viewer
o'clock.
recommendation, by the way, too. It's also a viewer recommendation.
Oh,
They
there
said,
you go.
I would watch that. I was like, all right, I'll do it.
Don't
There
forget
you
next
go.
week.
So Friday night, 9 o'clock, check out the CBSI Hot 10 show. Following that, you catch the boys on the Qualified. And tomorrow as well, check out Absolute Geeks, and they're going to do the wrestling show. They're
Oh,
gonna
that's
talk
right.
about
The wrestling. They're going
the
to be doing
wrestling
the wrestling
review
tomorrow.
is tomorrow.
Nice.
They're going to make
tomorrow.
a weekly show out of that.
Absolute
Yeah, that's
Geeks.
awesome. Off the Mat, I believe that's what it's called. Yeah. Off the Mat tomorrow on Absolute Geek, so make sure you follow them and check it out. And then the Qualified after the Hot 10 on Friday. I don't know their topic this week.
What are they doing this week? Let me see if I can find their thumbnail. Oh, they're going to be looking ahead to MegaCon.
Oh, right. Oh, MegaCon. Wow, it's MegaCon time already.
Yep.
MegaCon preview on Friday. Yep. Saturday, if there's time or if Pete gets it done, he might debut that.
If I don't
show
get
on
the
Saturday
new show
evening.
done,
Next week. Dub next week. Give him the next week info. How early?
There's no SNS show Saturday.
There's
week.
not.
Next week we gotta be here an hour early.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sunday Star Wars show. I said it once. I'll say it again. Sunday Star Wars show. Skeleton Cruise over. I don't know. Like
I think Wayseeker's suspended too. So
suspended Wayseeker. Dom is given theories. He's given stories. He's given what he thinks Star Wars should be. I watched a little bit of last week's show.
To be fair, if Dom was riled up last week, I was on Bruce's channel before when he hopped over to you guys. We might have riled him up a little bit before sending him over to you guys.
Oh. Was that last week?
Yeah, on Sunday.
That's why he came in fucking hot with stupid shit. I told that's what I even said in the chat today.
A little bit.
Like, dude, all Bruce does is fucking try to like.
I'm not blaming Bruce. I might have also poked him a little bit.
You fucking guys are assholes. Stop doing that. He comes on just as the dumbest shit.
Wednesday watch list. Make sure you guys check that out so you know what's coming out next week.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's going to be some delays on some books, so we'll find out what those are going to be. And then Wednesday. So one more time, I'm going to remind you guys, an hour early, we're going to put it on our social media.
Yeah,
we'll put it on. Yeah, Pete will have it out there. The show will be bookmarked early, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We have a super secret special guest on. It's on Wednesday. It's on. You gotta show up 8 o'clock on Wednesday and find out. And it's you guys are gonna like this one. It's a good one. So someone that hasn't been on the channel before and they live in. The only clue you know is that they're in a different time zone.
Never heard of them.
Exactly.
You want me to? I'll give you one hint. LeBron used to be accused of this when he was younger.
Dang.
Don't say that.
Winning?
Dang.
Pause.
With that, let's get out of here, guys.
Thanks for hanging out. You guys are awesome. See you next week.